For real? Oh no. Let's go.
Boston
In Berkeley, California. You got it. This one's for three. AJ Hawk, $5,000. USA! USA! USA!
The following program is a collection of stooges talking about happenings in the sports world. It is meant to be comedic informative. The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their boss, or ESPN. There may be some cuss words because that's how humans in the real world talk. If you are young, please seek permission before watching any further.
Hey!
What?
Let's go!
This show stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for.
McAfee on the line with a gorgeous assist.
The all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers.
You pig!
Damn it! Be a friend, tell a friend something nice could change their life. Hello, beautiful people. And welcome to the Loud House, Lucas Oil Stadium. for the 2026 NFL Combine. This program begins now. Football is the greatest of all time, and we are so incredibly thankful that we are back on microphones chit-chatting about the next voyage to the top of Lombardi Mountain. We are here at Lucas Oil Stadium in beautiful Indianapolis, Indiana, for the 39th consecutive time, the home of the NFL Combine. There's going to be dudes wearing tights, running really fast 40s, jumping really high. There's going to be drills on the field that are going to showcase elite ability and skill. This is the largest sports interview that happens on earth. Dreams can come true here. Legacies can be defined. There's a lot of men that show up at this Lucas Oil Stadium with just a hope and a dream. Maybe they've been overlooked. Maybe they go to a smaller school. Maybe nobody really knows exactly who they are. And then boom, 4.3 40, bang, 42-inch vertical. And all of a sudden, we're talking about a first-round pick. We're talking about a family changing forever, a family tree becoming much more profitable. That is what's happening here in Indianapolis, Indiana on that field and in some of these meetings. But in this city here, there's a lot of backdoor handshaking happening. Every agent that represents every player, every coach, every team, every owner, every business, every marketing are shaking hands. There's a couple cocktails happening around the city. The entire league is here, except for a couple coaches.
Not working.
That's how it could be described, or it could be described as it has become such a spectacular event that the coverage of the on-field drills are so spectacular. So as long as your general manager, your front office, your scouting department is here, there's magic to be made, but also free agencies right around the corner. Deals are getting done over a couple cocktails. There's a lot of magic taking place, and this week we'll have so many people on this particular program. There'll be workouts Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And on this particular program, we have people flying in. Today, owner of the Phoenix Suns, Matt Ishbia, will be here.
Hell yeah.
He was loud on Twitter a little bit ago. And in the Celebrity NBA All-Star Game, he was spectacular. Joe Ortiz, general manager of the Los Angeles Chargers, will stop by. Jim Harbaugh, head coach, will be alongside of him. New head coach of the Baltimore Ravens from the Chargers, Jesse Minter, will join us. John Schneider, Seattle Seahawks general manager, who has bought two Super Bowls, winning programs to Seattle. And then Bob Salah, the new head coach of the Tennessee Titans, will stop by. This will be his first time on our program. I feel like I've watched a lot of him with Hard Knocks and Aaron over there with the Jets and how it's all gone. We've seen him on the sideline jacked up. Now he's in the AFC South. Cannot wait to catch up with him. We are so thankful that we get to do this for a living. We have missed the hell out of you. Ty Schmidt will be back on Friday, I believe, still at home. Darius Butler will be back in March, enjoying the hell out of his family down there in Florida. The boys that are joining me here are a great group. Today's Talks with Table is represented by at Boston Connor and at Tone Diggs. Con Man, the Combine kicks off the next search, the next journey, the next Mecca pilgrimage to the top of Lombardi Mountain. How many days away are we from the NFL season?
Yeah, 197 days away from the 2026 NFL season. And you're right. I mean, this was it last year for the Patriots. As a Patriots fan last year, hey, we're the 4th overall pick. This is where it starts. This year, coming into it, we're the 31st overall pick. We're a couple doors down from the Philadelphia Eagles. Maybe they go behind the scenes, make some of those handshake deals you're talking about. But if you're a team that isn't good, this is where it starts. This is where the hope kind of kicks off again. Look at that right there. Raiders, Jets, Cardinals, Titans, Giants in the top 5. If you are a fan of one of those teams, you're looking at this weekend as, hey, this is where we build the foundation for the Super Bowl run next year.
Yeah, and obviously free agency is around the corner. There's some teams who have a lot more money than other teams. There's teams that are maybe a little cap-strapped. They're going to have to utilize these young guys. Any team that wins a Super Bowl is going to have rookies that are performing. Now, not every rookie will be performing and throwing and everything like that. We understand that that's become a new, very expected norm for the top, but there's not a lot of people that have separated themselves in a lot of different positions. There's a lot of things to be had here, Tone Diggs. What are they saying about this particular draft class?
Yeah, there's a ton. And you talk about people working out, not working out. Obviously, Mendoza, who's probably going to go number 1 to the Raiders. It'd be a shock if he did not. He is not going to throw. But Ty Simpson, the number 2 quarterback, will throw. This is going to be a huge, huge combine for him. But then you talk about like what people think are the loaded positions in this draft. It's wide receiver. You got Mekhi Lemon. You got Carnell Tate, Jordan Tyson, Denzel Boston. They're all probably first-round guys. The edges, you got Bain, Mesidor, David Bailey, Arvell Reese, Cassius Howell.
That's not his name, Tony.
Oh, Vel Reese. Sorry, that happened this morning. That's on me. Those are all supposed to be first-round guys. So wide receiver, edge is loaded, and then they're saying it's really, really deep for DB and off-ball linebacker, which, you know, our good friend started and studied at.
Yeah, no doubt. Ladies and gentlemen, also here, college football national champion, Super Bowl champion, Ryder Cup winner, a man who was the number 5 overall pick in the draft pre-CBA, got paid a lot of money, played a lot of ball, became the all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers, had a 40-plus inch vert, a 4.4 40, and weighed in at 475 pounds. Ladies and gentlemen, AJ Hawk.
Hey, baby, Hawker.
Hawker, your thoughts on the Combine as we come back here? Obviously, I was not invited to the Combine. Shout out to the NFL Scouts.
Which is wild.
The hell?
Yeah, shout out. Didn't get invited. Was in the Senior Bowl. No big deal. But every time I come here, I learn about something new that's happening. Like we were walking back around the suites here where we kind of have a setup. Shout out to ESPN, shout out to Foss, shout out to Barcode, shout out to everybody that has made this happen, obviously. And the fact that this has not been covered like this for a long time is absolutely outrageous. But while we were talking up there behind the suites and walking, we were looking overhead. There was a lot of players down there with different scouting departments and coaches. They're showing them film. They're calling out plays. And then, like, there's a chance 2 days from now, that same scout comes up and says, hey, what was that play that I told you there? It's a constant mind game of trying to learn who people are. Is that what you experience when you're here? And is that what you think this Combine actually is?
Yeah, I think it's the ultimate job interview that you have to show your physical skills on the field, bench press, all the different things. And then the mental side, I think, is even a bigger component that a lot of people don't talk about. You hear people say, hey, oh, those meetings are going to be big. And some of these people are only in town Monday through Wednesday, Monday through Thursday, because they want to get in the room and one-on-one with these guys and see, what they know about ball. And like Pat said, they might install a couple blitzes or something if you're a defensive guy and then come back to you maybe tomorrow or 6-7 hours later. Hey, draw this up for me. Remember I told you that, field Miami, whatever blitz that we might have had, and I want you to recall that and draw it up. Oh, and then, by the way, give me your 3 favorite blitzes that you ran this year in college. Like, I had stuff like that coming at me the whole time I was at the Combine.
So it's a lot of football IQ stuff. Also, who are you? Everybody's looking for dogs.
Do you love ball? That's what the good ones. I ask every GM, any coach, anyone. They say, I want to know if this guy loves ball, and I will ask every person in their life and try to figure it out before we take a draft pick on somebody. Do you love football, or do you love what football brings you?
Now, obviously, especially in the first round, because they're a business and they're making a multi-million-dollar investment if it's a first-round pick, especially if it's a top 5 pick. It's a huge investment. There's a lot more. But guys, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th round, they can do a lot for themselves here in the meetings, in the conversations, in the recall, where they can all showcase it. This is a special time, special place, and I think there's going to be a lot of people stopping by for conversation. We might make some news here. Might do a little journalism. I mean, there's a chance. I will say I was a little bummed out at the end of our break. Obviously loved hanging out with Mackenzie and my wife and getting a chance to get away and not have to chit-chat, for 4 hours live every single day, even though that is a dream come true to be able to do that. The break was a little long. Got to go to Disney World with the baby girl.
That looked awesome.
Love that.
I saw the guy with the bells.
Yeah, enjoy. Weapon over there in Germany, stopped by Epcot, went over to Germany, did that. Baby girl is about, I think like next year's trip, she'll be perfect. If that makes sense. She's like 2.5 right now. So whenever she's 3.5, it'll be like the perfect thing. So we had a lot of great times. It was great to see her seeing Winnie the Pooh. That moment is awesome. Her and I getting to connect every single day. The amount of time, it's amazing. It's beautiful. But there's so many things happening in sports where all I kept trying to do is just like, I would like to talk about this. But then, it's like, well, also got to relax because we got a long haul coming up in the offseason. I would like to say thank you so much to the Winter Olympics. Thank you so much to the Winter Olympics. NBC, I thought you did a fantastic job. I thought the coverage was remarkable. I appreciated the fact that we could spend literally all day watching these sports that we'd never seen before. Now, I would like to say that if we know the sport exists here in America, we win it.
Yep.
Okay, and I would like there to be a little bit more of a spotlight on these sports that I don't think many Americans will ever sign up to do. That guy sprinted up a mountain.
He did.
Okay, 6-minute mile.
Nuke.
Up a mountain. We're never going to have
On
a kid.
skis.
On ski. We're never going to have a kid.
No.
This is an option. Basketball's an option. There's
Normal
soccer's-
running.
Running on ground.
So many things are available. In some of these countries, this is like we go outside, we have a kick, and we sprint up a mountain. So I think some of these sports we have no chance at, but I love the way we competed.
Yes.
I love the way the United States was represented in some things that I've never seen before. I like that in the mixed co-ed curling, we medaled for the first time.
Yep.
I like that the bobsled was getting exciting and had some magical stories. I like that our team figure skaters did well.
The team, yeah.
I hated what happened to Quad God.
That was
God,
tough.
I hated what happened to
tough.
Quad God. Quad God almost turned me off from the entire Olympics. Quad God almost made me lose faith in the United States of America's team. I should not have done that. I should have maintained, which I did. And I would like to tell Ilya, the quad god, you're wearing merch walking into a thing, you lose, it's going to be loud. I couldn't imagine the demons in between the ears right now. Next Olympics is all yours, quad god.
Yep.
All yours. Let's look back on a couple of the Winter Olympics. We pieced together some of our favorite moments that we got the chance, and we actually just like to take a documented, recorded time and pay tribute to the United States athletes that worked their asses off to win for us. Let's go to Alex Ferreira. Alex Ferreira, I watched this one live in person. Gold medal men's skiing half pipe. This dude stomped it out. I will say, the skiers on the half pipes at a higher clip were having much more successful runs. They were flying around. This guy, Ferreira, Fur to Gold, they had a sign. I loved everything about it. He did. Shout to America on the skis. And also, whenever they just like kind of slingshot themselves up in that thing where they
Oh, yeah.
and they just don't even look and they're doing the flipping thing and then they stomp it out. The skiers almost send it more
They do.
than, and then let alone they swung.
Oh, the Alpine jumpers.
Oh,
yes.
my God. I think skiing and Lindsey Vaughn.
Yeah, shout out.
Hey,
Wow.
What a warrior.
Legend.
She did it.
absolute dog. Everybody was telling her, no way.
Can't be out there.
You should not be doing this. This is not what you should be doing. She said, yeah, right. Are you kidding me? Then you learn about everything happening in her life around everything that's taking place. Her going out there and then literally having to get choppered off the mountain. It's like going out on your shield there, Lindsey. That was awesome. That's an absolute dog. And thank you for everything you've done for the United States of America, Lindsey Vaughn. But the skiers really impressed me in the Winter Olympics. And then let's talk about a little bit of the figure skaters. Okay, let's talk. Alyssa Liu. Did you see this?
I did not see much of her.
What?
Dog.
Come
Tell me
on,
about it.
AJ.
Tell me about it.
So Alyssa Liu, I think if I read her story accurately, and by the way, it was an interesting time to not, have to commit to understanding everything going on in the world. So 3.8 million files get released. Okay, that's an interesting time to have a lot of time to go on your phone. And then the Olympics are happening at the same time, and you're kind of watching all this stuff. And Alyssa Liu's story, amazing. We're talking like a prodigy, 13, 14-year-old prodigy, young. Then she leaves the game. Then she comes back. She has this clear mind. She's obviously incredibly talented, and she just takes over. Story is, allegedly, she was approached because her dad, I believe, from China to potentially go on to Team China, and her dad said, no, we live in America or whatever. Yeah. And then she gets a gold medal for us. She has moxie. She has swag. She's awesome. She was so happy and joyful while she was out there. It was a beautiful representation of competitive sport for the United States of America. Shout out to her. Battling adversity, coming back, getting to the top, and enjoying the entire thing. Why I loved watching Alyssa Liu.
Yeah, she's a perfect example of what the Olympics are all about. Like, you don't really know much about the person Alyssa Liu before the Olympics, figure skater, sure, but then she goes out, dominates, and then she has that moment coming off the ice. Let's go, as she's yelling, and it gets picked up on the hot mic, and that felt like a great encapsulation of the figure skating in general. Like, she crushed it and delivered. You mentioned kind of being a prodigy, that pressure in between the ears. Hey, I need to win gold, or else, I'm a huge kind of letdown to my country. You're on half an inch of a skate in any little sneeze movement. Ilya, like, your entire 4 years build up is ruined because of that, and she delivered on every single facet.
So much pressure. Scary as hell, I would say. It is a scary.
Yes.
As I'm watching, I get so nervous for him just because the amount of work that had to have gone in to get to that point, and then you just. And then maybe there's a judge from a country.
Bingo, yeah. Can we talk about but Mac we mentioned the skiing.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right.
Mac forehand.
God got screwed.
He did something no one's ever done.
In the history.
And landed it perfectly. Anytime, if you do something for the first time ever and you land it perfectly, you win gold every single time.
I watch X Games. I watch the Olympics.
Every time. If you do it first, you win gold. But there just had to be a Norway judge.
Had to be a Norway judge.
Had to be some Norway son of a
Didn't they win
bitch.
the most medals?
Yeah, I think they did.
Oh, yeah. Well, I will say, though, it does feel like some of those
Switzerland,
countries are much more suited to win some of these
Well,
things
it's cold a lot.
than
That's all
us.
I do. They run uphill with their skis. They're proud of it.
Okay, let's talk about, speaking of, let's talk about Michaela Schifrin. Congrats.
Dog.
Wow.
Legend. American legend. Appreciate you, Michaela, going out there getting another one. I'll tell you, the slalom's crazy. I mean, the amount of quads, I think, AJ. That's quads, core, and then your knees got to be phenomenal out there as well.
Yeah, I've I've actually never really skied, so I don't even understand, but this looks absolutely impossible to me. And you talk about the pressure. We talk about this all the time. When everything comes down to like 1 or 2 runs, and I just don't get it. I don't understand how these people are able to compete at the highest level and able to actually stand up and live up to all that hype. It's unbelievable.
And talk about amazing moments. How about the first gold medal in bobsled for our 41-year-old badass named Elena Myers-Taylor? What a story. I believe her whole family, there's a lot behind this. She's been in bobsledding for a long time, wins gold. Con man, special story coming out of the Olympics.
Yeah, so cool. I think it was her 5th total medal at the Olympics, so she's been and never gold. She's been chasing it. You mentioned first ever for her, so that was cool. And then the moment with her son. Her son, I believe, is deaf. I think she has another son who also is impaired. I think he has a handicap and is deaf. So, like, that story and just the moment of the family, like her crying, signing to her son, like, Mommy won. That was, I'm getting chills just talking about it right now. It's just so cool.
There's a lot of those moments while you're watching. And then let's talk about Jordan Stolz. He wins the 500-meter and 1,000-meter gold medals for the United States of America. He ends up with the most amount of golds, I believe, Tone.
Yeah, he had won gold and set Olympic records in the 500 and the 1,000. Stolze did, is what I call him. I'm sure everybody else calls him Stolze as well. And in the 1,500, he got silver. He was the most, quote-unquote, decorated Olympic athlete for the U.S. of this Olympics with the most medals for the U.S. this year.
And story of the Olympics. Who owns hockey now?
Let's think about that.
Who owns hockey now?
No, the Swedes play.
They do.
Yeah.
What do you think, Gumpy?
And then there's obviously the Olympic athletes of Russia. They play really good hockey over there.
Slovakia.
They play good.
They're good. Finland.
Oh, they're so with cool
Did the
names.
Czechs have a team this year?
They were there.
They play hockey
I
for
think
sure.
so. And then there's
Missing one.
There's one country that maybe had their best team to ever go onto the ice.
That's what a lot of people were saying.
Of all the countries, best team ever.
And all they do is play hockey, right?
And it's like their thing. Every day you wake up. Some Canadians actually turn their living rooms into hockey rinks and just leave their doors open.
Washers and dryers.
Canada, really good hockey.
The best.
What did I say? Very good hockey. You guys are, hey, Canada. You guys are great at hockey.
Unbelievable.
58 times they've won major tournaments.
Congrats.
Congrats,
58 times.
Count it. Ship painter from Canada dropping in with some stats. That's cool. What have you done for me lately? Oh, the USA women's hockey team, gold medal winner, Megan Keller. Hi. Hockey's our sport, says the U.S. women's hockey team. They've won it 3 times. They're absolute monsters, beasts on the ice. I believe, going to be catching up with Megan Keller this week. Cannot wait to chat with her. That was fun to watch. Overtime. Especially with women's hockey. Fast.
Yes.
Very fast. Obviously, the evolution of sports as a whole for the women. Flag football is about to be insane, by the way. I'm getting to hear what the behind the scenes are. But women's hockey, our team, always fast. Always intense. Every Olympics, it feels like women's hockey is a fun watch. Us beating Canada in overtime, what a magical way to start the hockey dominant run that we had.
Especially a goal like that. You can think of sometimes some of the game-winning goals that we've seen, like even Patty Kane, sliding it through the legs against the Flyers to win the Stanley Cup. Like
Sidney Crosby, that backhand.
Backhand, like kind of weird goals.
Left her in her boots.
That was the filthiest goal to win a game, let alone a gold medal. Like, that is a dream come true. And from a girl that doesn't score as much. Like, if it's Hillary Knight, you think, okay, fine. Like, that's the superstar. Megan Keller doing it, even cooler.
And then, ladies and gentlemen, the talk of the town. Now there's a Presidential Medal of Freedom winner that was on the team. The U.S. men beat the Canadian men in overtime in the Olympic gold medal game. And whenever you think about all the boys, the Kachucks, the Hughes, Austin Matthews is captain, and then Buck standing on his head. It was a magical run. They should not have won that game. One goalie decided that we were going to win the gold medal. And then in overtime, it felt like the boys' moxie really shined through. Some people didn't think Jack Hughes was tough because he's a little bit undersized. He's a goal scorer. He's from a family of hockey. The natural thing to say is like, oh, he's not tough. He's small. Guy eats his tooth. Eats a tooth and a half while eating a stick. Then comes back in overtime. Hi, how you doing? Keep it moving. Jackie aces. Jack Eichel's out there doing his thing. It was like fun to learn about all these guys, but also watch the amount of pride that they had in beating Canada. Remember, these boys, these lads, have lived in the league Canada. I mean, our accent for hockey is a Canadian accent because that is what hockey has always been known. And the Tkachuk boys, the attitude in which they bring to it all. I think the first time we talked to Matthew Tkachuk, we mentioned, like, hey, got to beat Canada. And he's like, we got a team. These boys have been gearing up for this. Johnny Gaudreau.
Yeah.
Him being a part of that group that has been gearing up for this moment and being a part of it, special, man. That was I haven't felt like that watching a game. And I don't know how long, 8 a.m. game. I think they had 26 million whenever he scored or whatever it was. They had 27 million, I believe, for the 2 o'clock game in Vancouver. If that game would have been in the afternoon, 2 or 4 o'clock, I think we're touching like 40 there. I think with how socially relevant it became at 5 a.m. West Coast start is a very tough start for this entire thing. 26 million live in real time is crazy, but it generated and garnered so many emotions for me while I was watching because I know how hard these dudes have worked to do this. And I think, it's been interesting dealing with the whole, people not being happy because the world and the country isn't going how they feel the country should be going. And it's like sports are just so different. I don't know how to explain it or to get into people's minds. I tried to explain whenever I was getting attacked by everybody. It's like when you grow up in a sport that has the international capabilities and plays against other countries, you're kind of taught like, hey, we are better than them. I was trying to play on the U.S. men's national team to beat the hell out of England because England owns soccer. So whenever the national anthem is played before sports, athletes are thinking about our athletes that are made on this land are better than your athletes. We're bigger dogs than you. We're more talented than you are. There's not a lot of ways for countries to compete with other countries. And in sports, it's a big deal for our athletes who are naturally competitive people to have a sense of pride in where they come from, a sense of pride in who they're representing, because there's not a lot of ways to show other countries you're better. War, okay?
Yep. That's
which
one way.
none of us want.
Nope.
Okay. Nobody. I don't think anybody on earth. I don't want to say that. I don't want to say that.
Undefeated though.
I've been reading a lot, but on that note, it's like war exists. Okay. Hate that it does. Hopefully, we get to a time where there's none of it. I think that would be incredible. But like sports are the way. Sports are really the way. So whenever these Olympics happen and America wins, and these guys are drunk off of the emotions of being incredible and actually drunk as they're celebrating something that they worked for, it's like I didn't really just the expectation of what that men's team was supposed to do in the moment immediately after beating Canada on a phone call with the president of the United States from some people to start, like, I'm just like, come on, man. Like, these dudes just wanted to prove that our country creates better hockey players than your country does. Our country is grittier than your country is. Our country is better. That is what athletes do. That is why I think a lot more athletic people have a lot more pride in the fact of USA. And it's like, I don't understand the people that don't grow up in sports. I don't think I fully understand what they are. But it's like, man, whenever you win for your country, it's huge. And I love that the boys celebrated. And I did not want it. I knew that it would because of the video.
Sure.
I knew that the video would inevitably get out. But I didn't want to be the person to do it. As soon as I heard they were headed to 11 down there, whenever it was announced, I woke up and I was like, oh, got to buy the boys a drink. So then I did this with Notre Dame whenever they were in Europe. I've done this with other teams that win. If they tell the world, like, hey, this is where we're going, my natural instinct is like, got to buy him a drink, got to do that. I had a lot of people in the comments that were, mad about the U.S. men's team saying, did you buy the U.S. women's? I would have. I don't know. If I would have heard about something, I want to let you know, I would have. I love when USA athletes showcase that we're the best in the world. I love everything about that. That is our world that we're from. So as soon as I hear about this, I get a chance to talk to the people down there. Gino, Harrison, Daniel, Cam from the U. He's the one that kind of plugged it all together. Just felt like the right play, felt like the right move. And it wasn't just, I felt legitimately as I was doing, like, this ain't from me. This is from America. Thank you for doing what you did, boys. And I'm happy they enjoyed the hell out of it.
The one thing that we haven't mentioned that felt like the most American women's and men's, they were both perfect on the power play. They didn't give up one power play goal the entire Olympics on both, including the 5-on-3. Shout out Vinny Trocheck, Pittsburgh legend, who I believe did get effed up that night.
Yeah, they took that video off the internet.
But that 5-on-3, like, during that was the most, like, pride I've had in a country team, a U.S. team, in a long, long time. That was awesome.
I was sweating it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was riding with
it.
It
was a long 5-on-3.
Now, granted, I have been in the middle of a U.S.-Canada political thing before.
Sure, yeah.
Four Nations, yeah.
That happened.
Four Nations was a thing,
Four Nations and Elimination Chamber, and then, that's a WWE event.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden I'm dropped into a thing and it's like, oh, I didn't know it was like this right now. And then on that note, it's like, yeah, sports are supposed to be like this. This is what we're supposed to want to beat each other, supposed to care. I mean, it felt like Sidney Crosby broke his leg out there for that team, and he wanted to go out and play. It's like, we need more of that. I love everything about that. Okay, let's pivot away from the Olympics. Shout out to NBC, by the way. I think they were up 97% or something.
Almost doubled the last.
Yeah, they're up 97% versus the last Winter Olympics. Congrats to them on that. And Tirico,
Wow.
Hey.
He can do it all.
Tirico.
Super Bowl to that.
Unbelievable. There was like one night where I saw him bobble a stat in his head. And by that is just because I'm watching him talk, and then I see him go to say something, and then I saw him adjust. I saw him change in the middle of speaking just from watching him, and he just says the smoothest. I'm like, oh, he didn't know where the hell he was going right there. And he just went immediately to it, talking about a sport he's never heard of before, but he had to do research on. He was phenomenal, honestly. And his thing about sports bringing people together and inspiring people, that's what sports are all about. And we're lucky to talk about him. Joining us now, ladies and gentlemen, is a man who owns an NBA team, a man who is friend of the program, a man who showed out in his celebrity NBA All-Star game. If there was 10 of him on the court, everything would be entertaining. Ladies and gentlemen, the owner of the Suns, Matt Ishbia.
Hey, Matt.
Brother! Good to see you. Appreciate you, dude. Yeah, absolutely.
All right, buddy.
Good to see you.
Appreciate you, man.
See, I didn't know if we were doing a handshake there.
Yeah.
Because he's businessman.
It's good to go last. I get to see what everyone else does.
But ball player at heart,
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
How are you, dude?
Doing great, man. Doing great.
You give me that up just a little bit. It's on your chin.
Gotcha.
Now it's on your nose.
Boom!
I'm not a pro. I don't know. I'm trying to learn like you guys.
Hey, trying not to do as much media, trying to stay out of the tabloids, trying to stay out of the headlines. But I'll tell you what, in your performance in that NBA All-Star game, Celebrity All-Star game, you got us through. We were off, obviously, so we were just trying to find things to pass the time. The Olympics helped us. You in that All-Star game, bopping wood, okay, applying full pressure, and then having a shot over 7'7", talk over while you're fading away.
Unreal.
Unbelievable performance out of you. I just need you to know that. How long did you know you were going to play in that? And I know you played at Michigan State. I know you were on Michigan State. Is Tom Izzo still coaching you up for that All-Star game performance right there?
Oh, man, yeah. I had a great time. I knew for a couple months, but I knew if I didn't play the right way, Coach Izzo would be calling me. I'm still scared of that phone call. So I had a great time, competed, had some fun, made a shot or two, had a fun time.
I think a lot of people found out, though, that you're a basketball guy. So, obviously, we know you're a basketball guy. We know that you said, if I had to mop the floors to be on the team, I would do that. And then, obviously, you're in the mortgage business with family, United Wholesale. Did you guys sell my mortgage? I think you sold my mortgage.
We might have. We might have only sell the ones that we don't think are going to pay us. So
Anyways, you got great business. I've experienced it.
It's all the kicks. Money.
It's an incredible. Yeah, this guy's giving away a lot of money. Might be time to get out of that. He's saying some dumb shit. No, but obviously in the mortgage business, we assume dream as basketball guy is to own NBA team. How has it been? Because obviously it's been an interesting ride. You get Kevin Durant, you get a star-packed team, doesn't work out. Now you got no picks. Now you're back in it. All-Star game feels like you went over a little bit with maybe your fans, probably Phoenix Suns fans, probably pumped with the way you performed. How has it been living out this dream?
it's exactly that. It's a dream. It's been the best thing ever. Obviously, we went through some not great times when we got the team, but I got the women's team, the men's team. We're competing. I'm having the best time. I wasn't good enough to play in the NBA, but to be able to own a team is unbelievable because now I'm at 46. I can still be involved, be engaged, and it's awesome because you also get to deliver things to the fans, do cool shit. Like that's like stuff we just haven't been able to do, and we can do stuff that other people don't do.
Okay, so on that note, whenever a general manager gets hired in the NFL, we say the general manager has always had a vision on what their team would look like. Then they get the job, and what the old team is, there's no allegiances. I'm trying to build this in my way. You dream of NBA team, I would assume. Were you, okay, and this, I don't want this to be a rude question, but owners meddling is always like a thing. Like, hey, you're a basketball guy, though, played basketball. So I think we would want you to meddle potentially if you're an owner. But you guys didn't have success whenever you got over there, so people were maybe saying this guy doesn't. How has that whole thing gone with your restraint maybe, or discipline, or hands-on, hands-off? Like, how have you handled all that?
Yeah, well, right when you buy the team, everyone says, oh, don't meddle. Owner, just own the team, stay out of it, let the experts do their thing. And, you know, I thought, okay, let me give some extra money. The team was already pretty good at that time. Let's put some luxury tax. Let's go for it. And didn't work. Now I kind of took a step back and said, no, let's do it the right way. Let's build. Let's get toughness. Let's get grit. Let's get dogs. Let's get guys that I'm my whole life, I'm all heart, no talent. I want to get heart
And talent.
But we
Good
went
combo.
just talent, and we want guys that want to win, that want to compete every night, and so we're building it, and we're going to build it the right way, and hopefully we're going to compete. We're doing pretty well this year, but we're going to keep getting better every day.
Okay, where you are right now, play-in area, I think 7-8. Now, I've done some research on this entire thing. I guess nobody in the NBA wants to be in the play-in zone right now. Is that an accurate thing? Because, and you put a tweet out about it, but it's like the guys obviously at the top of the league, they want to go win it all. It's great for the franchise. We're going to go for it, and also attract a lot of free agents and everything like that.
Yep.
And then if you're in the middle, you're not going to be a part of the lottery, so you're going to have to pick your guys' draft is hilarious. It's like after pick 8, like, yeah, the guy, he's going to come over from Greece maybe
Bingo.
5 years from now. So it is an interesting dynamic with how the league is, right? With where your team is. You have no picks, obviously, but being in the play-in zone is not necessarily a beneficial area. Like, how do you kind of talk about where the league is right now? Because you put a tweet out talking about how we can't be a tanking league, which it seems like you guys kind of are, and if you do and you do it right, you benefit from it greatly. So how do you kind of view it all?
It's an embarrassment. It's horrible. Like, my perspective is tanking is loser mentality. Like, I've never been around anyone. You show me someone that wants to lose or thinks about losing, like, I'll show you a loser. That's losers. That's not my stuff. And so I don't like losing. I don't want to ever talk about losing. We try to win, and the draft works. If you don't win, you don't have a good team, you get a good pick. But if you purposely trade for players and then don't play them, trying to lose games, like, I think it's bad for the NBA. I think it's bad. I think Adam Silver knows it. Organizations know it. It's got to change. It will change.
Okay, so Oklahoma City, I think, would be an example that people would say. They tanked for a while, like openly, but it was small market, I think, so maybe nobody was paying attention as much. But then it ended up paying off. I mean, they hit, bang, 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 and they're about to be a dynasty. So how do you kind of fix that potential thing? Do you think that's a league overall situation that has to change? Like, how do you think it's fixable, or is it fixable?
It's fixable. And Adam Silver, to credit him, he knows it's a problem. He's going to fix it. I believe he'll fix it. But you can't have teams like, when you say they're tanking, it's one thing if you trade players and you're not a good team. And I'm not sure. I mean, Oklahoma City, if you correct me if I'm wrong, I think they have only one player with a drafted over number 9, Chet Holmgren, on their team. Everyone else is later in the draft. And so let's not, like,
they built it.
They built it. They did a good job. Give them some credit. It's not they have the first pick 3 years in a row, and that's how they became a great team. And so I think purposely losing in anything is the loser mentality. I can't stand for it. I don't agree with it. And I think the other organizations realize it. But right now the problem is the incentives are misaligned. If you purposely lose, you get better players in the future. You have a better chance. And that just is not how that's not how I was brought up.
I respect that. Now, you got a lot of teams right now trying to get down. It feels like the NBA. It's almost like 20% of the league. You know,
especially this year.
It's a good draft.
As you're watching, because the draft is so good. But if they end up benefiting from it, then the next year is like, well, we could potentially. It's an interesting. Your guys' league is fascinating. Best athletes, they're 7 foot tall, running around doing the entire thing. It is a spectacle. It is incredible competition at its highest level, but it does feel like there's always some drama bullshit around your guys' league. Now, on that note, it is now NBA time. Connor has a question for you.
Yeah, obviously yesterday was a tough one for the Suns. I don't know if you caught that one, Governor Ishbia, but Celtics put it on you. But regardless of that, what is kind of the main thing right now when it comes to, developing talent and also, acquiring people? Because we talk about draft being important. Like, it feels as though the NBA as a whole, with the luxury tax and acquiring players, you're almost discouraged because you go into that first, second apron and then all of a sudden, you owe a ton of money. And you've said this before. Fans don't want to hear owners talking about owing a bunch of money. Fans don't give a shit about that, which is, a huge reason we like you so much, because you know that, and that's the reality of it. But does it feel as though the setup for team building does sometimes encourage, getting more draft picks and getting, a better draft position versus going out and spending money?
Yeah, I mean, it's a combination now. It used to be a lot more free agency. Free agency is a little bit slower these days, and so it's changed with that. Draft is a big thing these days, but also player development and developing players and finding good players. Like on our team, we got some guys that people didn't have. Colin Gillespie, we took him on a 2-way. He's a great player now. He's an NBA starter. Like, you got to develop players as well. So I think team building is definitely through the draft right now, and that's why people are tanking. That's why people are doing that, because they think that's the only way. But there's multiple ways to win and succeed, and we're trying to prove that in Phoenix, and we're working on it. We got ways to go.
You need to bop some wood. You need everybody out there bopping wood like you were doing. How old are you?
46.
You look good,
You
dude.
put it on
You look
Sean's,
good
dude.
out there. Yeah, Sean's
Put
had
it
a
on
tough outing.
Tough, man.
Tough.
Sean's had a tough
Love
day.
Sean.
We do.
He's the
We
best.
yes.
We love
We
Sean.
love Sean's
Yeah,
more
he's
than
the
anybody. But we call it like it is. He was on Giannis's team,
Yep.
fresh off of what happened with Giannis, the
Yeah.
entire thing.
That's the whole thing.
Then he kind of gets bullied by his friend
Ishbia's
Ishbia.
running him out of bounds.
Yeah, and
yeah.
then it's not good. And I don't even think he broke anything big on his phone.
no.
Yeah, it was like a yogurt for lunch.
0 for 10.
Yeah, it was not good. Next year, hey, Shams, next year.
Sign up for the comeback.
And also next year, Giannis might want to leave.
Ooh.
I'm joking.
Again.
I'm joking. AJ has a question for you, man.
Yeah, I guess the NBA as a whole, I guess, where do you think it is? Like, we've seen different eras of the NBA. They say, okay, once Jordan and his whole generation goes, no one's going to watch anymore. And then Steph and LeBron and this whole, what do you see at the NBA as a whole, like the next 5 to 10 years? And who do you think are some organizations right now doing things right, winning games the right way, and kind of, building up their team the way that you should?
Yeah, I mean, I think the NBA is in great hands. Obviously, there's this tanking thing we're talking about. There's always an issue, as you pointed out, Pat.
Always, yeah.
There's
Every
always
league.
something. But you know what? The truth is, the league's in a great place. It's a global game. People all around the world love it. They love the NBA. They love the players. We got star players from all around the world, and it's going to continue to grow and develop. It's not perfect. Nothing's perfect, but we're going to keep getting it there. I feel great about where the NBA is right now, even with some of those superstars you're talking about are retiring and moving on or going to be retiring. But there's a lot of great young players from overseas and Americans, and it's awesome to see.
You watch every game in the NBA right now. What are the storylines that we need to be? Let's act.
Yeah.
Not us,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah.
We would never be like,
Let's say
Others.
You're talking to people who have no clue what's going on in the NBA.
yeah, just other people.
What is? Yeah.
Not us.
We've
Say they
been
were
dialed
watching
in.
football for
Yeah.
6 months.
Yeah, people that have just been, and then on a beach a little bit, watching
Yeah.
Olympics.
Crushing NBA tape
Yeah,
like us.
Exactly.
But
no, we're talking about other people.
Yes.
Yeah, other people.
Others.
If they didn't know what was going on in the NBA
Celtics
right now.
are still great. Okay,
Suns are awesome.
Suns, Spurs.
Gorilla did the dunk. Anything else? What is like?
No,
but-
it's playoff time now. It's going towards the playoffs. There's teams. The West is really strong right now. The Celtics have been a great surprise team in the East. The Pistons are good in the East, but the West is really deep. And there's a lot of teams. It's really people going to. You don't think there's only one team that's going to win it. Early in the season, they said OKC's dominating, and they're going to be only. I think there's 5 to 8 teams that can win an NBA championship right now, and it's going to see. We're going to see what happens in the playoffs.
okay, you got some injury issues, right? Going on.
Right now we do, but we're going to.
Everybody does. Is that an NBA thing?
Everyone has to deal with it. We just got to play through it. We got guys that want to play, and we'll get them out there.
Okay, speaking of Dylan Brooks, I believe was injured for you right now, right?
Yes.
So the only way I know Dylan Brooks is because him and LeBron James always get injured.
Oh, yeah.
So now that I'm hearing the way you would like your team to be run, the Michigan State team,
Makes
seems
sense.
like he was a perfect guy for you. Is that
He was exactly what we wanted when we made the Kevin Durant trade. We want a dog. Dylan Brooks defines everything I believe in: work ethic, leadership. He'll grind. He'll fist fight you, but he'll also make some shots. He does everything we want. We love Dylan. He's out for 4 to 6 weeks right now, but he'll be back before the playoffs, and he's our guy.
Do you have a playlist? Is this yours?
No, this ain't
Let
mine.
him know. Hey, T.I., welcome back, by the
Yes,
way.
yeah.
It is absolute heat, T.I. It is
Show 'em.
him doing a victory lap right now. Hey, T.I., congratulations, by the way. Because I like my top is our generation.
Yes, it is.
So watching him kind of come
All
back will
time.
let him know is a fantastic thing. Okay, so we just watched you at the All-Star game. So you got to play again next year, right?
We'll see. I'm hosting at All-Star games in Phoenix next year. So
Yeah, so you have to play.
Have to.
You have to
I got to
play.
host you guys. I got to host everyone there. We're going to have a heck of a time. It's going to be great.
Okay, so what does that mean? Ownership, how much does the NBA run? How much do you implement? Like, what is the kind of you're saying you're hosting the All-Star game. The league will tell you what's happening, or do you have any say in how can this game
Oh, no,
go?
I have a say in how to make it great. Not the actual game part of it, like how they do East, versus West or World versus U.S., but I have a say in how do we get great players in it, how do we make it a great event, how do we make fan experience phenomenal. We're going to make it an amazing event.
Let's announce it right now what we're doing for the slam dunk contest.
Yep.
You
Let's
want to
do it. Let's do it. We can do it.
All right.
Tell me what we're doing.
You're going to put $1 million up for the winner, and then $1 million donation to a charity of their choice.
Done.
For the slam dunk winner.
Let's get the best guys in it. Let's make it awesome.
Okay, and then the three-point shooting contest. We're doing $1 million to the winner, $1 million to a charity.
Hey, let's do it. Pat
Okay.
McAfee Show, we're in on it. Let's do it.
Okay. Yeah, good negotiation
Done.
right there.
Good swing
I
there.
might sell that deal to another company like you did with my mortgage, but
I got it. I'll take care of it. Let's do it.
I would like to be involved too, though. I would like to make it big because I
show
love
up.
the All-Star game is something that we have all loved.
You should be in it.
I got okay, yeah.
3-point contest.
No, I'm
Celebrity
talking about
All-Star
the
game.
dunk
You play.
contest.
You play.
No, yeah, the
You should
dunk
be in the
contest.
dunk contest, yeah.
I'll be in the dunk contest. Give me that trampoline like the gorilla got, and we'll keep it moving. Okay, so $1 million to the winner for the dunk contest with $1 million donation, and then $1 million to the three-point shooting contest with $1 million donation.
I'm in. Let's do it. Let's get everyone
Let's
there.
go!
Boom.
Let's do it.
Let's do this. Now, boys, We need you to want to win $1 million for
Wemby.
Do you have to run that by
Steph.
Do you have to run that by Adam Silver? Or?
Stuff.
I'm sure Silver will be supportive.
Adam Silver's putting in $1 million too.
Adam.
Shout out Adam Silver doing that.
baby,
Thank you,
Adam.
Adam. All right, we appreciate the hell out of you, man.
appreciate
Thank
you.
you for stopping by. We
Great
do
seeing
this
you.
more. We do
Anytime.
this more.
I love it. Anytime.
Okay, sick. We appreciate the hell out of you. Before you get out of here, we need you to do something.
Oh, yeah.
You see it.
Fire that thing.
You see
All
it.
right. It's a $100,000 donation on the line here. All right. You're coming right over here, Matt.
You going to stand on the
I'm
platform?
going to turn the handheld on.
Careful.
Here. Hello. Okay, yeah, come up here. Come up here. Yeah, don't bop wood and throw yourself out here. Okay, you will try to get this ball into that hole right there. This is called the Combine Charity Challenge. This is Combine Charity Challenge. Shout out to Matt Conti of the Indianapolis Colts and Lucas Oil Stadium and Blue for having all these things available for us that we found out 35 minutes before the show started. This is what we'll do. You have 3 attempts at throwing that football. Watch your Jesus. Don't get hurt.
His spatial awareness is really good.
Yeah,
Careful.
Bopping wood. Yeah, stepped out of bounds there. But if you put one of the throws through that hole right there with an elevation difference, we would donate $100,000 to a charity of your choosing. You sound good?
I love it. Let's do it.
Can you throw a football?
I can.
Where are you from originally?
Birmingham, Michigan.
Oh, so you love hockey?
It's good. I like basketball, football, but hockey's all right.
Wait, how?
Jeez.
Hockey's a sport.
Oh, Foxy! We will talk about that later. Holy shit! Mike Vrabel's walking in here. Okay, so don't get nervous because Mike Vrabel's back there. Obviously, the alpha of alphas. Congrats to you, Coach. You're the man. Matt Ishbia, if you make this ball into that hole right there, we'll go. Hey, good to see you, Vrabes. Hey, owner of the Suns, do you think he has a chance of making it? All right, you have 3 throws. Matt, good luck.
He's going to watch.
Oh! Okay, here's second ball. Here's second ball. You had the right height there, Matt. Now, any adjustment that you would be looking to make here?
It's declined, so I got to throw it down a little further. But
Oh, like a pitcher coming off a mound.
Maybe take a knee.
I don't know if we need to take a knee.
Braves is telling him.
Braves telling you these things. Just let it flow it down, says Braves. Oh! Congrats. We appreciate you, man. You are the best, dude. Thank you, Matt. Good luck, man.
Thank you,
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Matt Ishbia.
Way to slang it.
Hey, good coaching, Braves. Good coaching, Braves. I got your coach.
Thank you, Coach.
There he is.
You. Pat.
Warming up. He's warming up over here.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to be joined by some of our favorite humans that exist on Earth, not just. Did I just drop out right there? No, did you? Not sure. Oh, there was an accident in the truck. I just heard there was a full accident in the truck. I think we're going to have to go down one more here, too. You guys might have to lap up. Yeah, Tone. Yeah, Tone. Yeah, smart. Just go, because I think we're being joined by OC as well. A lot of adjustment happening on the fly. Call it an audible. Justin Herbert, obviously legend. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us now, maybe the most entertaining group in the NFL, no questions asked. General manager, head coach, and offensive coordinator for the Chargers, Ortiz Harbaugh McDaniel. Wow.
Good
Boys.
to see you.
How are you?
Mr. McDaniel. Good to see you, Coach.
Man. What's up, Coach?
Coach,
to see you.
put her there. Good to see you.
Coach, how are you?
Sunday
Great seeing
Red.
you.
High five. Come on, let me get one.
Oh, Sunday. Okay. It's the second person I've ever seen wear the other day.
Yeah. That's good sweatshirt, Sunday Red.
Yeah, they're saying that's worth $1 billion or something. Hey, that's the first one I've seen in a while. Sunday Red.
Flex.
Can you use that or you want to use this? Yeah, your world, literally. Your world. Anything you need. Boys. Hey. Thank you for joining us, guys. Good to see you guys.
Thank you.
I recruited some friends.
Yeah, I appreciate this. Thank you for stopping by. Okay, this is becoming an annual thing. I assume you guys are on your way out.
Yes.
Okay, on-field workouts start tomorrow. All the interviews have already happened. How do you feel? All anybody's saying about you guys is if you get an offensive line, you're going to win a Super Bowl. Is that what is the mindset coming into this entire meeting session for you guys?
We're looking at all positions, and but yeah, we definitely want to shore up the offensive line. We got some holes there. Bradley retired, and got some free agents on the other line, so definitely got to add to it. But excited about the week. excited to be with Coach again, and obviously adding Mike to the mix. It's awesome, man. We're having a lot of fun.
Let's talk about that. What has been first couple weeks like? I saw you guys at a game together. You guys were sitting next to each other. I immediately pumped for your press conferences describing him as an offensive wizard is one of my favorite things that happened this offseason. How has the relationship gone, and how do you feel, Coach, going into the Combine here?
Great. Just really learning. I'm really just leaning into how Mike sees the game. It's creative. It puts defenses in a conflict, and kind of like our players. There's just a lot of excitement to learn everything that Mike knows. And that's really the main thing I'm leaning into. People keep asking me, like, you're going to start, wearing, the kind of shoes that he was, or the cool
jacket.
I wouldn't dress this way if my name was up there.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
exactly.
have to dress this way.
Yeah, on the Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll go to the wardrobe. But,
oh my God, you showing up to a game.
I'm leaning into what he knows about football. That's what I'm most excited about.
New OC, new DC here. How's that affect your life?
Really good. Jesse Minter, credible coach, and Chris O'Leary. We think we have the next great coach.
Absolutely.
So just say it like
He's
that.
awesome.
I mean,
Let's talk about a great human. McDaniel, we love you as a human. Just as you changed the game. Obviously, you came in with your quick shit and just flipped everybody's mindset whenever you did that. Hung 70 on that Denver defense. I mean, there was a lot of that. How has it been now getting into offensive coordinator role as opposed to maybe having everything that head coach has? How has life been for you, and how has the adjustment with Coach Harbaugh been going?
Awesome.
Really?
Period. Awesome. No, I couldn't ask for more. I think. It's just been awesome to join what they're trying to do. There's a lot of overlap and belief, and we're coming to work every day enthused, trying to go chase the same outcome. So I'm invigorated. I'm juiced up. I'm firmly aware that nobody has it better than us. And I'm living that way every day.
Because it's often asked, who does?
Oh, yeah, all the time.
Yeah, who? Everybody's wondering. And I'll tell you what, you look around. Look at us right now. Nobody.
Oh, nobody.
Nobody, Coach.
well, nobody. And possibly future us has a better.
Us. You're right.
With,
no, that's a good. You're right.
With that, adding.
It's evolved.
What does that mean
exactly?
exactly?
We got the chance for future us, Mike, and being here at the Combine. We just don't feel like we're getting worse. We feel like we're going to get better, and that's a big reason for being here this week. And it's just one day closer to our next win. That's how I'm approaching every single day and get the most out of it. So that next win can come faster.
Yeah, current us is having a good time, but boy, future us, especially you guys. If you pieces. So, last question for you here before I get to him trying to put pieces together for your offense. Herbert, tell me about it. He's a good punter. I don't know if you want to have him do that, maybe.
Man, it didn't surprise me.
Yeah.
I think I look at a player that has shown he can do everything on the football field, and football is an 11-person game that there's a lot that coaches have to offer as well to help assist a player. I feel very fortunate to coach a player of his skill set and have high ambitions, and I think that meets him where he's at and for what he needs to do to take the next step in his career.
He's special to watch. He's so much fun to watch. I mean, he is so much fun to watch. Excited to see how that all comes together in your offensive vision. And on that note, Joe, how does that change your life with him being the offense coordinator? Obviously, offensive line is important in any offense, but is there things that you have to look for now that he's the OC as opposed to maybe before, or you and Jim talk about because of the new defense? How does that change your life?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the great thing about Mike is when he came in the first night he was in there, he was talking about he did things in Miami because that's who he had on the team, and so his adaptability and his creativity. So that gets you.
These
fired
guys
up.
are closers, by the way. They closed me fast.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah, I could imagine. Yeah, the thought though that the last time we talked to you, you were sitting just at got job. Look cool. He looked so cool. He had such a cool thing on.
Yeah.
You said you got to figure out what the next chess move is. You know, we changed the game, then defense caught up is what you said. Now we got to figure out what the next chess move is. I love that your Queen's Gambit on the sky, you know, tripping balls, seeing new, close Sicilian, and kind of doing your thing. I cannot wait to see what you come up with, especially with what Herbert's able to do. AJ has a question.
Yeah, Coach Harbaugh, for you first, I guess when you're interviewing these guys, we hear about the interviews you have with these potential draftees that you're talking to. I guess, what are you looking for? Do you care more about X's and O's and what they know about football, or do you care more like, hey, does this person love football? Do they love the game? I guess, how do you balance all that?
Yeah, I mean, it first started just the respect I've had for Mike, his offenses, and we played him this year. I mean, he got us on a look that nobody had gotten us on yet, and made us go back and change what we were doing. Just things like that. I love the emphasis on the run game, on the play action pass, just the ability to get first down, score points, and thought we needed a fresh start, and fresh start we got, and now we're our defense is ahead.
We talked about that a little bit. Defenses do feel like we've heard, they're playing too high, and they're you can't get over the top. Well, I've always been taught as a young kid, if they're playing too high, you got to run them out of it. I got to be able to run the ball. Then you got to.
Football's cyclical.
Yeah, but like, where are we at? I guess, do you think, with like the scheme-wise, schematically, did defense take a little step forward these last couple of years?
I think they did. I think they there was a lot of pre-snap movement that they've patternized and been able to, force offenses to earn it. The percentages with which, the shell. Two shell defenses, I think, across the league is about 40%, where it was about 25 like a handful of years ago. And so they're doing a good job, and there's ebbs and flows with that. It takes, a couple teams that really take advantage of a light box to have success, and then people to copy that and patternize that. And, the game ebbs and flows, but I would say that where the conversation 2 years ago was that offense was ahead of defense.
Yeah. Yes, and that's what I want to ask you about. You talk about pre-snap movement. When we talk about what you did, is it the timing of your pre-snap movement? Like, what was your differentiator? You think that you kind of threw a big wrench into the entire system?
Well, I think there was some really, really, really fast guys that defenses were going to try to reroute. So you found ways for them to struggle to reroute, and I think it's both messing with defense's rules. There's a lot of people that have to communicate at one time. When one person motions, you change the strength, and three people are flipping around and stuff. You change the timing of that, and you're to me, like we've said, you're adapting to your players, and if you have an extreme skill set somewhere, it gives you an opportunity to kind of lean into other things that teams aren't ready for, then they prepare for it, then you think of the next thing.
Man, I'm pumped to see what you do with Herbert. That's all I keep thinking of. It's just like what you're going to do with Herbert. His first play, okay, Tyrod Taylor got a golf tee shoved in his lung. Okay, that's what happened like 5 minutes before the game started. Just got here. Guy can't breathe. Herbert, you're starting. First play, right, down the sideline. Runs a guy over,
right?
Just full on, and then pops right back up, goes right into the huddle. And I think football fans, the huddle, I assume, and everybody was like, "Oh shit, this guy isn't just like a pretty boy from Oregon." Because the question was, can he do it? I'm excited to see what you do with him. Now, on that note, $87 million in cap space right now.
Yeah.
Wow. Look at you!
Yeah.
Wow. So you're in the bars here in
No.
You're doing all the backdoor free agency frenzy tampering.
We got some guys we got to re-sign first, and then we're going to hit free agency. So.
You're definitely sending some text, though, huh? How we feeling? What is
Nope.
$87 million. What's the second most? You got the second most?
Yeah,
in the league?
people are sending you texts for sure.
Yeah.
How much money you got for me?
Third highest, third most.
Third
Good
most,
luck
I
on
think,
that.
yeah. I appreciate
Excited to watch you kind of do that.
Yeah.
And for you, Coach Harbaugh, how do you feel about the state of the Harbaugh-led Chargers? What how do you kind of look back on it since you've got there to where you are now?
Good, but the thing that not good is that we're not playing our best football at the end of the season in those playoffs. So just that focus. I mean, to that better and then best in the elimination games.
What is the? Do you already have the mantra or motto for the next season?
Not yet, no. I mean, I always think those kind of come out natural as
really? Okay, so you don't have like the three words.
How can you really? You know, I mean,
people do. They do hustle, loyalty, respect.
Yeah.
John Cena.
Yeah.
That's what we're gonna do.
It'll come to us as al natural.
Just hits you anytime. Then do you like put it in your phone or something or write it down? Yeah, how's it work?
Not just hit you when it hits you.
Okay, so you're not writing down any of your punchlines? You got to be. You got to think of something and be like, got to remember that. Holy shit, when I drop the golden goose line on Justin Herbert, they're going to love that. Or you standing at the podium and you're like, we got the golden goose, and then just go on, wow, golden gooses are interesting to think about, actually, and then go on that entire thing? Or are you writing those down like comedians would do?
No, we're just thinking about getting really good at football. And
that might be the
not
motto.
lying. I'm telling you.
That might be the motto.
There
We're
it
just
is.
thinking about getting really good. We're just thinking. Imagine Herb down there in the waiting room. We're just thinking about getting really good at football. Okay, that's all we need here. Coach, I saw you warming up over there. Would you like to do the throw here for a $100,000 donation?
Sure.
Would you each like to take one, maybe? I don't know how many good arms we have.
I mean, he's played professionally at that exercise. I think
His name is on
yeah.
His name is on the.
Right.
You pointed that out.
Right.
Have you
Dude,
ever
it's
seen
amazing.
94 to 97?
Dude, that's a
4 years.
I just impact
Put
the
the
city.
guy-
Right.
Yeah, that much.
Yeah, that's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Legendary.
Who else is doing that? Nobody.
Okay, Coach, how old are you?
62.
Are you throwing
What?
every day?
Not every day.
We saw those videos of Pete Carroll running, throwing, doing all that. Are you that active at practice? We know you wear cleats.
Yeah, I mean, if there's a ball near, I'm going to pick it up and throw it.
Boom.
That's what you do. with
Maybe
the ball.
that's the.
That might be
If there's a
Pick
ball
it up
near,
and throw
pick it up and throw it. Obviously,
Look at
we've
it.
seen you play catch with the warm-ups. We've seen you beat the shit out of Justin Herbert before the game. Oh, we still got the ball control. I like that. Coach, if you make it in that hole right there, $100,000 donation to a charity of your choosing here in the Combine Charity
I
Challenge.
mean, move it back a little, maybe.
He was warming up. 62 years
First
old.
throw,
Head coach
for
of the
sure.
Chargers. Yeah, I am worried it's going to fall. So let's do this quicker than slower. Oh!
Yeah, we
Okay.
got another one. That was a warm up.
First one a little low. Threw it in. 100,000. Hey! Coach, you're pissed about that first one. I know it. Yeah, you are so right.
Man, came through.
100,000 is still good. Coach, it's still 100,000. Yeah. Coach, it's still 100,000.
We'll cut the first one.
It's good. Hey.
Dude, and it was a
cut
good
the first one,
miss. That was a good miss. That was in line. It was a hair low. You adjusted for the second rep. You know?
It was such a bummed out high five to Joe.
I know. It was like,
I felt bad.
You should be proud. You stood
Dude, it's such a supreme flex.
All right, hour's ending here. They saw you awesomely earn $100,000 to charity with your name on the building.
Yeah.
We appreciate you, Coach. We appreciate you, Coach. Joe, good luck this offseason.
Appreciate it,
Thank
brother.
you guys so
Appreciate
much
it.
for stopping by.
This is
Safe
awesome.
travel is back. The next season of the NFL kicks off here in Indianapolis, Indiana at the Combine. Hour 2 will be on the other side. We got Jesse Minter joining us.
Great man.
They're saying we're going to like them. I assume they're a little, they're pumped he's out there. It's a good coaching trip.
Yes.
All right, we'll see you on the other side. Be a friend, tell a friend something nice might change your life. Take 5.
Bye.
To be down here in T-Town, Alabama. Now, let's do a little history here, shall we? This is, what's your name?
Gabby.
Gabby, you're a senior here, right?
That's correct.
And what is your major?
Chemical engineering.
Okay. Okay, have you ever kicked anything before?
No.
Okay, but you said you want to do it, not get somebody else because...
Because I camped out for so many hours with my friend, and I got lucky enough to get picked. So let's go for it.
Yes! Yeah! Yes! All right! We love that, Gabby. Let's go. $300,000 if you make this kick right here, Gabby, okay?
Oh my gosh.
That seems fair. I don't know what a chemical engineering degree costs, but hopefully that'll help towards it all.
My parents would love that.
Okay. I'll throw in 200 as well. He's throwing it to $500,000. All right, Gabby.
Okay.
Good luck. We're pulling for you. 33 yards. All you got to do is make the kick. Good luck, Gabby.
Okay. Thank you.
Any final thoughts?
I love you, Mom and Dad and brother.
Love that, Mom and Dad. Hope you have a good time. Ladies and gentlemen, Gabby Mathis, chemical engineer, senior here at Alabama, will attempt to win $500,000.
Oh, it's come to this, huh? It's come to this. It's come to this.
Yeah, why'd you smack me in the face? Kirk just smacked me in the face. How about this? How about this, Gabby? If Kirk Herbstreit can throw that football through those uprights right there, we'll give you $300,000. Are you okay with that? $300,000. If Kirk Herbstreit can throw it through those uprights, former Ohio State quarterback.
Oh, boy.
No warm-up, full suit for Gabby. Get Gabby, get Gabby, get Gabby. Congratulations, Gabby. All right. It's getting even more pricey. Kirk Herbstreit, I did not know you had that in you. You son of a bitch.
Oh, that's great.
Gabby, it's for you, your mom, your brother, the whole family. Congratulations, and Kirk. Good on you, man. It was close. Back to you, Reese. Jeez. Way to go, Gabby.
Hey, what a moment. You know, I love the fact that Gabby wanted the experience. You know, blue-eyed Buckeye still got a little zing in that arm of his.
The following program is a collection of stooges talking about happenings in the sports world. It is meant to be comedic informative. The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their boss, or ESPN. There may be some cuss words because that's how humans in the real world talk. If you are young, please seek permission before watching any further.
Hey.
Why?
Let's go.
This show stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for.
McAfee on the line with a gorgeous assist.
The all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers.
You pig.
Damn it! Be a friend, tell a friend something nice could change their life. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to Indianapolis, Indiana. The host of the NFL Combine for the 39th straight year. Hour 2 of the program begins now.
Football! I went all in. I went balls to the wall. Okay, it's hard to hear.
Is that why you were looking?
There's a little thing,
or was it the timing?
There's a little thing.
Timing.
It's the timing thing. Yeah, the timing was bad.
I don't like what just happened there.
We're missing Ty. We're missing Ty because Ty usually gives us a nice little like football right here.
Ty, we will see you in a few days. We love you, brother. As the Chargers exit, safe travels, Chargers.
I think it was our green dot.
Yeah, there's a chance the middle linebacker, college football national champion, Super Bowl champion, Ryder Cup winner, A.J. Hall.
That baby Hawker. At least he said something.
I don't like what you did there.
No, I might have been a beat late, I think.
What, is that a confidence issue? Like, what is it?
No, not at all. Actually, very confident. That's why I waited and I let it breathe a little bit, and then I went.
No, aren't you in the zone? You got to get in a flow state. Just kind of let it happen. There shouldn't be any thinking. It should just be taking place. We come off a break. You know, maybe got a little ring rust.
Rest versus Ross situation.
Yeah, I might be right. I don't know.
You're out there on the seas.
Let's see how the next one works. Let's see how the next hour goes.
To be completely honest, to AJ's point, when we came back, all of a sudden, where's the jib shot?
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
What are we zoomed
Scott
in on the
made
field?
some creative
What the
decision.
hell? I would go to Scott here.
Yeah, Scott.
As what the hell was that intro,
Scott's taking
Scott?
some creative liberties. Hey, listen, Scott's been with us through a lot, okay?
That's
He's
true.
allowed to do what he wants. What he wanted to showcase, I don't want to get into his Cajun brain down there, but I think what he was thinking is the action has begun.
Yeah.
Here at the Combine at Lucas Oil Stadium. That's Boston Connor. AP Tone is here as well. And obviously, we are live from the NFL Combine here in Indianapolis, Indiana. It'll be the home here for at least another 2 years, marking 41 years of Indianapolis being the host of the NFL Combine. Woo! We love it here in this city. We are built for it. Obviously, all the hotels are closed, all the restaurants are closed, the stadium, everything's connected. We are thankful and lucky that this happens in this city, and we are also pumped that the next NFL season has officially begun. Now, you can gamble on the Combine.
Yep.
If you're itching and you're looking for it, there is gambling abilities on the Combine, but I don't think it's just gambling on the Combine. It kind of is the story of the Combine. Tone, what are most people moving money on whenever it comes to betting on guys trying to earn jobs in the NFL?
Yeah, you're looking at it here. A lot of the things that you can bet on: the 40-yard dash, the 20-yard shuttle, the 3-cone drill, obviously the bench press, the vertical, and the broad jump. Those are, or obviously if someone will set a record for the 40-yard dash, which was 4.21 with Xavier Worthy. So I wanted to start with the 40-yard dash. It's the most popular thing. That's where I wanted to start. The over-under for this is 4.265.
Jeez.
Okay? That's flying. Last year's fastest time was 4.28. So this would have gone slower than 4.265 last year. I did some research, okay? Xavier Worthy, when he ran his 4.21, he was running 24.41 miles per hour.
Okay, that's fast. That's speeding in some school zones.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Then I tried to find what 4.265 translated to. That's 23.7 miles per hour. Dree Archer, former Pittsburgh Steeler, was running 23.7 when he ran a 4.26 here at the club.
I like what we're doing here. This is good research.
Oh, yeah, it's good research.
It's good science.
It's a math lesson.
Yeah, this is.
So then you go and you take a look at everyone in the Combine. And I used, his name is blanking on me. I apologize. Bruce Feldman. He did a freaks list for college football before the season. And in there, he showed that Chris Hilton, wide receiver from LSU, right here. You look at him right here. He's an absolute freak athlete. At LSU, he ran 23.7 miles an hour. So that's the exact same as Dree Archer. That's putting him at a 4.26 range, okay? Then my other guy, Brennan Thompson, he is a track star in high school, ran a 10.18 100-meter in high school. He also ran 23.7 miles an hour. So that's putting these guys both at around 4.26. That's why I decided, you know what, we get out here on this coconut huff.
Oh,
yeah.
This was in pads, too.
Excitement.
We go no pads. We go sprinter stance. We go out here.
They might run a 4.1 in no pads.
And guys, humans are getting faster.
They are getting faster, so I decided to go faster than the 4.265.
Okay, so
I like that bet.
I like that bet a lot,
Thank you.
Tone. And that's fun, too. That's wishing for success. That's like
Yes,
betting.
bingo.
That's like betting an over on a game that you hope offense is going to happen. If we got somebody running faster than 4.265, I mean, that's an electrifying Combine, AJ.
Yeah, everybody seems to be getting faster at every single position. I mean, we might see D linemen
but hold
running
on.
4.4s.
Oh, yeah.
Cyclicality.
Remember, I think linebackers are starting to get bigger.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Well, and now guys are like hybrid. Are you an edge guy? Are you an off-the-ball linebacker? All of that as well.
Because remember, I mean, McDaniel there is a trendsetter. Him. He is a trendsetter in the NFL, that guy right there. Super cool jacket. Obviously, glasses always going to be – the moxie's going to be through the roof.
The shoes.
Oh, everything.
Never even seen a pair like that.
But he is one of the ones. McVay, Shanahan, McDaniel. There's a couple guys that kind of set the tone on what the offense is going to be. He's Kelly Moe, I guess we could probably say now, down in New Orleans.
Kubiak, probably the next one.
Yeah, up there. Yeah, exactly.
With the Raiders now.
So there's like guys that set the tone on what it is. He's very clear, like, hey, cyclicality. It's like it feels like it's going to get big again. So this might be the last, like, everybody's ridiculously fast. Because it might go back to like, hey, if you're a linebacker and you run a 4.5, it's not like you're dead.
Yes,
or like it used to be within the last 10 years. If he's running a 4.6, 4.7, can't be on an NFL field because there's too much speed, there's too much space. But now, because everybody got small and fast, offenses are going to be like, all right, well, let's go ahead and pound these dudes. So it's an interesting dynamic that we'll kind of get a sense for here at the Combine.
I mean, look at the last two Super Bowls even, my bad. But the Eagles, running team, Saquon Barkley, Jalen Hurts, of course, the tush push. And then the Seattle Seahawks. The Seattle won. I mean, the Super Bowl MVP was Kenneth Walker. Like running the football in between the tackles, that is very much back. So when we're talking about speed, especially at a linebacker position, like you do need to bring a little more beef.
A little bit more thump, a little bit more pump, a little bit more pound, a couple more ounces. So that's what we're going to find out. But I do believe, I like the way you've gone with, well, if you put the radar on.
Exactly.
He's going 23 miles.
And I picked track guys. I picked freak track guys. Another couple guys.
And there's probably some corner that we did not bring up.
Damani Jackson, he was a 5-star out of California. He went to Bama. He was setting records at track back in California when he came out. And then obviously, Pons is someone, IU corner, is someone to watch too in the 40. He is quick, fast, someone to watch there.
Okay, so I think we all like that. That's not a guarantee.
No.
But I think we all say we like that one. That's a fun one, too.
One's, I get why they set it at 4.26 because, 23.7 miles per hour, that's what that equals.
You're basically the book.
I use formulas for this next one, too, okay? The bench press, 225, how many times can you do it, okay? 35.5 is the over-under for this one. Last year, the highest was 32. So a bit of a down year last year. Definitely would have gone under last year for the 32. This one has a equation as well, AJ.
I'm taking the over. I don't even care about your
Okay.
equation. I'm taking the over.
There's an Epley equation. It's 1 rep max equals whatever equals how many times you would do 225. There are 3 Alabama offensive linemen who all bench press over 500 pounds. Caden Proctor, Parker Brailsford, and Jaden Roberts. They all have 505 to 535 bench. Okay, that equals 35-plus reps every single time. I think one of those Alabama offensive linemen are going to do it. Peter Woods, a defensive line from Clemson, is on record doing 34. And then Gabe Jackas, he's outside edge for Illinois. He's done 30-plus as well. And that is documented. So there's 5 guys who I think could potentially go over 35 and a half. So I'm going to go over for the 225.
36 reps at 225 is insane, AJ.
It is so much. And the best part is it doesn't really matter at all.
No, it doesn't.
Coaches don't really care.
For this, it does.
Oh,
For this, it
For
does.
this, Ben,
For us, it can.
That's the point. For our egos and everything, yes, it does care. But there's never been a coach that says, hey, this guy, this DN ran a 4.25. His L drill was beautiful. Everything, he's super quick. But he only got 19 reps at 225. And we're not going to take him. That doesn't happen.
Yeah, well, the L drill, I've heard some great stories in the past of people kind of managing
I need
the
a clean lane. I need clean path. I really do.
Hey, Bob Carpenter.
That's a good story.
Thank you, Bobby Carpenter.
Story.
Thank you for always being the general. I don't know if the boys in the truck got to hear this. Before the show went live, we heard about General Bob Carpenter's workout at Ohio State. Bobby Carpenter, a part of the legendary linebacker crew at Ohio State, of Schlegs, Hawk, Carpenter. Marcus Freeman also in that room. An incredibly legendary crew. Luke Fickell was the coach. He's currently at Wisconsin, we think. Luke, come on back. Luke, we need you in football. Okay, good luck to Wisconsin.
Yep.
Good luck.
Go
On
Badgers.
Wisconsin.
But a lot of these guys want to put their best foot forward, both on the field and how they present themselves.
No doubt.
The General Bob Carpenter said, move this L drill. This is too worn down for me.
Yeah.
And was telling the NFL scouts he's going to have to adjust that. There's different levels of confidence, but there is a way that everybody. Brant Poyer just walked by. Good to see you, special teams coordinator for the Niners. You're the man, Brant. Hey, get away from that electromagnetic thing. Okay, yeah.
Substation.
Watch those knees and those ankles. But like everything's being judged.
Everything.
Like literally
how you
everything's-
walk through the hallway.
How you talk to the people on the field, how you go after your rep, how you stretch. It's crazy how much every single thing that you do is being scouted and judged, AJ.
It is. I mean, it's the ultimate job interview. And think about it. If you're a coach or GM and you're thinking about spending millions of dollars on a player, like if I see him throw his bottle away and it clangs off the rim, that's one question. Okay, he can't play basketball. He's not that good of an athlete. But if he leaves it on the ground and doesn't pick it up and put it back, that's going to legit have an impact on people.
For some people.
For some people. Not everybody, but everything is being watched, no matter what. But I think the greatest thing, all you can do, be yourself. Be authentic. You can't be coached up. A lot of times you go to these draft gurus that try to tell you how to speak to these coaches and what to do. I think be yourself. Whoever that is, show that to the coaches. Show them you love ball, and that's all that matters.
All right, we have a man who's a head coach for the first time in the NFL. He's a national champion in Michigan, goes over to the Chargers, easily picks up the NFL game, and now he's being tasked with being Lamar Jackson's head coach. Ladies and gentlemen, head coach of the Ravens, Jesse Minter.
Hey, coach.
Hey, Jesse.
This thing. Just stand up. Coach, how are you? See ya.
How you doing, Coach?
Handshakes.
Good to see you.
Handshakes, very Caucasian boys.
Well,
Clean beard.
Yeah.
clean.
Ravens too,
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Scumbags normally.
No,
Whoa.
that
I
is
said
not true at all.
normally
That
is
is
what I
not true
said.
at all. Hey, good to see you, man.
Good to see you.
Congrats on being a head coach.
Appreciate that.
Let's go, Coach.
Hey, that's awesome. Obviously you make the jump from Michigan to the NFL with Harbaugh. In LA, obviously the conversation is Jesse Minter is a wizard at defensive side of the ball. Is it going to work in the NFL? Then what you do with Derwin James, what you do with that entire defense, immediately puts your name into conversations for head coaching shit. Are you ready for it? Do you feel like, why do you think you're ready to be a head coach? And what is your expectations now that you have the Baltimore Ravens gig?
I definitely feel prepared.
Well, I mean, that's a bad question, but why do you think you are ready for that situation?
The last 2 years, I would say, going from Michigan back to the NFL with Jim and being at with the Chargers as he was trying to, kind of claim an identity, build something. So being there with him his first year, I think really started to allow me to be prepared for this. I think the second year, Jim and Joe Ortiz, who I think they were both just on.
Yeah.
They both really, took a lot into helping me be prepared for this moment. So they gave me a lot of insight. They let me be involved in a lot of different types of things in the organization to help me be prepared. And now that I am, their advice is just go be yourself. You're ready for this, and go be you.
Tell me about Bisciotti. Okay, we didn't know much about him. Your wire's on your mic. Can you just, it's up underneath the thing, up in the thing. Yeah, just move it down. The wire down. I got you.
Perfect. They're fickle.
Yeah, it's not your fault. 100% our fault.
All good.
These wires do kind of do their own
Blame
thing.
Joe Ortiz.
Yeah, Ortiz actually set you up.
I like that.
Yeah, he said you got to figure that out. Okay, so let's talk about Bisciotti a little bit. We don't really know much about him other than he needs to be on a microphone more.
Yeah, the man.
That is what we expect. He, rightfully so, said, "Hey, I'm good at my job. I can hire people. I can kind of figure it out." What was the interview process like, and why ultimately do you think he decided that you were the right guy to be the steward of the Baltimore Ravens with Lamar Jackson and a loaded talent after an incredibly long run by John Harbaugh?
Yeah, I mean, number one, I think he's the best owner in sports. He creates an environment where you're always going to be, doing what's needed to be successful. So there's not any amount of money he's not willing to spend. Any type of thing you think might help you be better, he's providing. So, and then through the interview process, I think there was a little bit of, this guy understands the foundation that's been built here, but he's also now been out on his own and has some different ideas of how to, bring a few new things while also understanding and respecting the history, how it's been built, why it's been built a certain way. And so we certainly want to lean into that. We want to lean into what's been really good there. But I also think just having a younger, newer, fresher thing sometimes,
New message, yes.
People embrace change.
Definitely, and I think Baltimore Ravens fans are excited. I don't know if they expected you to necessarily be, especially because Lamar Jackson is your quarterback. Whenever you think about being the head coach of a team that has Lamar Jackson, how that has to feel.
Pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Not that Herbert, obviously, we love Herbert, and we think the same thing about Justin Herbert. We think he is a fantastic player. But you're Lamar Jackson's head coach, especially at this level where his arm is maybe best in the league. Obviously, he's still Lamar. How does that kind of, motivate you, inspire you? How have you handled that entire relationship?
I would say it's certainly motivating to, number one, build a team that allows him to have success at the level that he's chasing. There's nothing more that he would rather do than to bring a championship to Baltimore. And so when you know that he's your quarterback, you always have a chance. Motivating to build a great defense, motivating to hire a great offensive staff, motivating to build a great special teams so that the team around him is up to his level.
He's so much fun to watch. Go ahead, AJ.
I guess your first time being a head coach in the NFL at the Combine, what's it feel like the few short days you have been here? Is there a different energy coming in? Like, what does it feel like for you?
Yeah, it's definitely a little different. But having been here a few times, there's at least like the familiarity of how it all works.
Now you're the big guy, though.
A lot more.
Every conversation, every convo you have now is the most important convo that people have.
A lot more media obligations, I would say.
Thank you for doing our show.
But that's the fun stuff. But it's just like getting a chance to evaluate everybody, not just the defensive player, all the offensive players. Getting a feel for what makes them go. In those short meetings, it's just a touch point. It's just like
Can you gain a lot from those short meetings with these players?
I think you can gain a little bit. And so, but a little bit is better than nothing. And I would say that they're, most of these guys are well prepared. They have these people that
Do you like that? Do you want them well prepared like that? Or do you want to just be in them?
I think you try your best to get them off of the well-prepared script.
Their guru that coached them up to
and talk a little bit and find out a little bit about maybe something that makes them go, something that makes them, that motivates them. And these guys, everybody's been great. You can certainly, there's levels to a really good interview, and then there's guys that may not know certain detail as much as you'd like to see. So if you can get a little bit from it, I think it's worth doing.
Mike Tomlin has said in the past that the AFC North is the kitchen, and it's hot in the kitchen. There is a lot of tradition and a lot of history in the AFC North, especially with a lot of rivalries, a lot of change as well.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Tom.
Yeah, with all due respect to the Browns and the Bengals, it's been the Steelers and Ravens for 20
He's Steelers fan, Jesse,
yes,
by the way.
Yes, I am. And like when you're at the Combine and when you're doing the draft, and and you look at guys, it used to be a thing, and I think it still is a thing. You're like, that's a Raven, that's a Steeler. And you being used to being with the Ravens, is that how you're going to go into this? Because it felt like the Ravens defense was not as disruptive last year as it has been in the past. Like, that's literally what they are. That's what the Ravens are. That's what the Steelers are. So when you go in there and you talk about, you know how this was built, but you're going to bring in some new things, are you still going to be like, this is a Raven guy, and that's what we're going to be on the defensive side? Or
Yeah, I definitely think that guys that play a certain style, play a certain way, fit Baltimore. It'd be crazy to go away from that, with what's been so successful. And you look at really probably over the history of the last 30 years, the two organizations when you think defense, you kind of think those two teams. And so we feel like there's a lot of work to do to get back to that. While also doing it maybe a different way, doing it with the new age style, the new age defensive system, maybe a different philosophy. But certainly want to play Ravens defense at the end of the day.
Jesse, mentor defense is also good. Hembo sent us some stats here on your defense when you were at the Chargers. 23% pressure to sack rate. That's the fourth highest in the NFL. 70% zone usage, second highest rate in the NFL. 55% too high safety usage, which is second highest rate. Feels like you like your dogs to do your dog stuff. Go ahead, Connor.
Yeah, and you got an all-pro at safety, Kyle Hamilton. I think we asked you about this when you first got the job, but how special is it to have a chess piece like that? Was that an attraction for you? I mean, first head coaching job, so no matter what, it's going to be incredible. But when you think about the guys that you have, those pieces that you have, is he the most integral part? Is he the one you've kind of been talking to as you've taken over the head gig? And where do you kind of envision him and using him this upcoming season?
Yeah, I classify him as a defensive weapon. Like there's guys that play positions. There's guys that play three technique, and that's what they play. There's guys that play corner, and that's what they play. There's guys that you can move anywhere within the defense, and they can be really effective. And the closer you have him to the point of attack, the more impactful he can be. And so the goal on every play will be to, take advantage of Kyle's skill set, have him as close to the action and as impactful as he can be, try to have him be disruptive. Had a guy similar with LA and Derwin. And so I'm, couldn't be more excited to have Kyle, be able to work with Kyle.
You can have a couple Kyles. I think Kyle Van Noy would love to go back.
Yeah, he's a great player.
He'd love to go back. I think he's been losing his leverage publicly every time he talks about it business-wise, but he
still got it.
The way he talks about that defense and like that building, it's like there's a lot of pride from those folks, obviously, as there should be. Excited to see what you're able to do, because this last year the conversation was the defense not going to be able to win for him. It's like the Ravens?
Correct.
That is never the convo. But whenever you think about that, Lamar.
Yeah, Derrick Henry.
Oh!
I mean,
he's untackleable.
Come on.
And we're Fountain of Youth. He's still running harder than everybody. Are you guys going to win a Super Bowl, Jesse? Is that what's about to happen right now? Or
That's the plan.
It has to be, right?
That's the plan.
Everybody has to have that mindset.
That's right. And you have to – but, you can talk about that and you can say that. We want our fans to have expectations of us to win the Super Bowl. But really it's about creating standards, creating an environment, creating a day-to-day process that allows you to do that.
Yeah, I'm excited to watch you guys do it. Go ahead, AJ.
Yeah, how much of coaching, especially defense, I guess, is taking your team, the talent that you have, and then kind of crafting the defense around them and not trying to jam them into whatever your scheme is. And I say this because I remember back in the day your dad was coaching at Cincinnati. I still remember being in person watching these tall, I think, converted receivers playing DN, literally jumping over running backs to get to the quarterback. And I don't know how old I was watching it, but I remember that and think, oh, that's how you use your athletes. And I assume you want to do something like that.
I think that's what coaching is. I mean, it's what do you have available? How can you best put them in position to be successful and do the things that they do really well? I really think that's the job of a coach on any position, any phase of the game, offense, defense, special teams, is to create a system that allows you the flexibility. Your best player is a three technique. Let's have some stuff that really takes advantage of him. Let your best player is a corner. Let's have some things that take advantage of him. And so over the last 4 years of doing this scheme, it's almost been a different player, at different times. And so that's the goal that we have, and that's what we'll try to do.
Your dad's still working with you, huh?
He is, yeah.
Senior defensive analyst?
Living the dream.
So you boss him around?
Yeah, sometimes.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Hey, go.
Yeah.
When did that switch? When did that flip to where you could start bossing him around?
The first time was in 2016. I was a DC at Georgia State, and this was really the first time he decided he was with the Eagles with Chip Kelly prior to that. ended up in that coaching cycle looking for something to do. Decided to come down there and coach our defensive line, which he had never done, which was, kind of a fun challenge for somebody like him. And so it's kind of been that way ever since.
Okay, hold on, because we just saw this not work in Tennessee. Right?
Yeah,
Dad,
not at all. O-line coach.
Overall,
Yeah, that did not go great. But I'm sure there has been times in the past where it's worked out very well.
Plenty.
The Kiffins, not NFL, but Lane and Monty, yeah.
I just love the thought of your dad looking at you going, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
I think I'm not going to do that. Speaking of doing something, there's been a staple on the Baltimore Ravens for a while now. Obviously, conversation taking place. Go ahead, Tone.
Yeah, Coach, a lot of people, number one free agent out there, Linderbaum. I don't know how much you're involved with the negotiations or stuff like that, but have you gone to his house yet and said, hey, we would love to have you back? Or
I would say that he knows how we feel about him.
What did they do for Jason Kelsey? Keg of beers.
Yeah, keg of beer, yeah, sir.
They sent him a little gift.
Yeah, he knows how we feel about him. He's one of the best in the business. He's maybe the best center, one of the best linemen, period. Major part of the team the last few years. You've really seen him develop into that, since they drafted him. Guy we'd love to have back.
You have your headphones on. I don't know if you have any cauliflower ear. He really good wrestler too. If you want to start dancing with him. Okay, McDonald, obviously with what he was able to do in Seattle, defensive genius. Okay, offensive wizards had their run. You defensive gurus seemingly having a run right now as head coach. What McDonald's able to accomplish in Seattle so quickly, I think we're all incredibly marveled by. Unbelievable work. They put out a video of his first team meeting. Mm-hmm. And he said, once you close your eyes and think something, it's going to be late January. It's going to be in the 30s. It's going to be rainy. Shitty for them, just right for us. And then 2 years, I think he was 9 months off. Or he said 9 months. He was 12 months. I forget what it was. 9 months off maybe. Because he said it was going to happen in the first year. It happens in the second year. He obviously looks like a genius. Have you envisioned what this first team meeting is going to be like? Have you envisioned the message? How many times have you practiced it in the mirror? Or how do you kind of handle that first message to the team? Because obviously that's very important because we as players can immediately see, oh, this guy's scared. Oh, this guy doesn't really have a plan. Can't read the notes, obviously. Have to talk directly to the people. How many times have you thought about that, and how excited are you for those moments?
Yeah, I've put a lot of thought into it. And that's exactly, to me, it's laying out a vision for what's about to happen. Some big picture where you're looking all the way to the Super Bowl. Some where it's maybe just, hey, we're going after small wins every day. And so I think it's a combination of that. But we certainly want the guys to understand where we're headed, but also what it's going to take to get there.
AFC seems like there's a lot of turnover. Seems like there's a lot of potential question marks, but it's very deep. Go ahead, Con, man.
Yeah, deep. And one thing we were just talking to Mike McDaniel about, actually, now OC of the Chargers, was kind of how the football is cyclical, of course, but 2 years ago, offenses were way ahead. And then to what Pat just said, the defensive coaches, you guys, McDonald, huge run now. It's kind of going the other way. When you see guys at the Combine and when you just see kind of schemes and things of that nature in the NFL now, does it feel like it is swinging back to kind of bigger, players and also defensive being more of a focal point?
Yeah, it definitely goes in cycles, and it's a copycat league, and so teams try to emulate what's been successful. You look at the Eagles 2 years ago, line of scrimmage, great defense, and a defense really young and built through the draft. They had a really young defense in 24. They added one or two really key pieces. And then you look at Mike's defense this year, and it was a little bit more. They drafted a D lineman again a couple years ago, and Murphy, who's had a great second year. And so the O-line and D-line driven teams, I think, is back. But I also think defenses, the explosive play metrics have kind of flipped because everybody's more too high, more shell. And so, but if you're going to do that, and that's what we want to do, you want to not let them throw the ball over your head. You got to be really big and strong up front and be able to still stop the run at times without maybe throwing extra people down there. So I definitely think it's a copycat league, and more and more people are going to be trying to build like that.
4 ones on D-line, right? That's what you need.
That's right.
You need 4 ones. We need 14 eyes. We need 14 eyes to be able to watch everything else. We need the D-line to win, right?
That's right.
That's kind of who's been winning.
Yeah, and that was a big thing for the Ravens this year. Was Matabike couldn't play?
Yeah, and then
he was out the whole year. That was.
Yeah. Maybe you get down there.
Something to think about.
Dip and rip.
I don't know if that would help us, but
congratulations, man.
Thank you.
You should be incredibly pumped.
Yeah.
There's only 32 of them.
Fired up.
Bisciotti, I don't think gets it wrong either.
No.
I feel like he knows.
Yeah.
Just from listening to him talk one time.
I believe in him.
I believe.
Yeah, so I
in
believe in
Bisciotti.
you.
And his last coach was 18 years.
Have you met Butta or Stavi yet?
No.
You need to.
Oh,
Okay.
Ravens.
get him on your side.
You want Butta on your side.
Okay.
You would like
Ravens
Stavi on your
superfans.
side
Okay.
as well.
Got you.
would
And his
like-
cousin.
You would like, yes, certainly, definitely his cousin.
Yeah.
Okay.
You would like them on your side. I'm excited for them to ride along the wave with Jesse Minter.
Yeah.
They will be your biggest advocates when you guys win. When
Put Joe Flacco in the Hall of Fame.
Yes, bingo.
If you do
They
that.
will do the entire thing.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for you to kind of take over in Baltimore.
Appreciate
Such a good
that.
football town, man. Such a good football city. Such a good team. Such a good organization. And Lamar Jackson deserves a Lombardi. I'm excited to see how quickly you can get that job done. Congrats on it. Ladies and
Thank you.
gentlemen, the head coach of the Baltimore Ravens, Jesse Minter. Now, Jesse, before you get out of here, Jesse, can you throw or no?
Yeah, we'll see.
You throw to DBs and shit?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
All right.
Let's go. All right, Jesse. Jesse Minter, head coach of the Baltimore Ravens, former DC of Michigan Wolverines, had been with the Ravens before, had been in college before as well. Don't like the slant kind of Siciliano-ing you right now. Jesse Minter is a 5'10", 6 foot tall man. Okay, it is not a the slant's getting you right now. Yeah, I don't like it at all.
Use the sky cap.
Jesse, if you're able to put that foot, are you a lefty? Lefty. Oh,
Lefty Jesse.
Okay, coming in from the. Let me stand on this side. Yeah, let me get the hell out of the way.
There you
here.
go. Now,
How old are you, Jesse?
42.
You throw every day at practice?
No,
Do you put the cleats on like Jim and kind of run around?
I do not.
Do you work out on a daily basis?
I do.
What do you do?
A little workout, a little weight room, a little Peloton, a little mix up.
You got a Peloton in the office?
Not in my office yet.
It's going to be there though.
Potentially.
It feels like that's what you guys do because you can still watch film.
Uh-huh.
I can still get my sweat on here,
I
but
do the one down in the weight room. I'm good. I need a little break from the office.
I like that. New scenes, new vibes, new ideas. How about a $100,000 donation if you're able to put that football into that hole right over there? It has not been conquerable on the first attempt yet. Okay? Myself missed it. Jim Harbaugh missed it. We think you are going to make it. If you're able to put it on the first one, $100,000 donation to a charity of your choosing. Jesse Minter, the head coach of the Baltimore Ravens. $100,000, Jesse.
Oh, man.
Never a doubt.
Nailed.
Steve Young.
we're at the combine.
All right, Jesse.
That was
Thank you, dude.
Never a doubt, man.
That was unbelievable. There was no climax.
No climax.
No,
It's all ball.
Just the
all
easiest.
ball.
You made that look so simple. That's Baltimore Ravens head coach Jesse Minter. Thank you,
Coach.
dude. Thank you, man. See you
Thanks,
later,
Coach.
brother.
Appreciate it. Good luck.
Handshake.
Good luck, Coach.
Handshake.
Good luck,
Wow.
Coach.
Handshake.
There it is.
Handshake. Thank you, sir. Unbelievable. How boring
Wow.
was that?
He did.
That was dead center.
That was unbelievable.
Just cool,
Looked like Kellen
calm, and
Moore.
collected.
Yeah,
he
it did.
It looked like Kellen Moore right there.
Steve Young.
Yeah.
Defensive guy. Did we expect that?
They throw a lot.
I
even
can
though
see when
he
he
said
held
he
it.
doesn't.
You could see when he held the ball in his left hand, he looked like
comfortable.
Got it. He was very, very
Yeah,
comfortable.
Susie Gray. He even did one of these, I think. Couple
Yeah.
of these.
These guys are about to find out.
Break on ball and
Yeah.
put that thing. As Jesse Minter continued to astonish us with his brain and his new title as the Baltimore Ravens head coach, the kickers have gotten started down on the field. Obviously, kickers are drafted. When they are drafted, they are given an opportunity to make a roster. There's only 32 kickers in the NFL. If you get a job and you do well, you could be there for 20 years. You miss a couple kicks, you could be gone, seemingly as soon as possible. There was a miss, I believe, that just took place, but there's been a lot of makes. I'll tell you, just by watching the balls come through the uprights and hitting the net, I think I could scout on who's going to make it, who's not going to make it.
I'm pretty sure you could.
There's been a couple.
What are you looking for real?
Height. I want to see height because
Like up quick, you mean? Like bam.
yeah, I want the height. So there's a couple guys here that we've been watching earlier that have been kicking from closer distances where it's been going like middle of the upright. It's like I don't think his leg's strong enough. This guy, good kick right there. I think that's a good ball right there. That thing was going through still. There's a couple guys where it was kind of falling off a little bit. I think NFL coaches are saying, okay, it's a 17-game season. This guy's leg's going to get tired. I don't think he's going to make it. I think strength is obviously number one. Control is obviously a massive ordeal, but also how you handle this. This new snapper, new holder, new balls. How do you kind of emulate what NFL life is going to be? And there's always a couple kickers that go on and save team seasons. And there's always a couple kickers that go on and win some games that you don't think a team's going to be able to do. And there's always, like, that ball is really low. That guy, I think XFL probably, or UXFL for probably a year or two. and then maybe come into the NFL, or maybe just hit a bad ball in a bad hole.
Maybe not with the new rules in the XSFFL.
Yeah, 4.60-yard kicks. Love that
like
they're doing that. I love that the UXXSFL is doing that.
Yeah.
And the Combine is officially on the way.
What's wrong, H?
New Columbus team, Ted Ginn Jr., my old teammates, coach.
In the UXSFL?
In the
What's favorites? What's the league?
USFXXL.
Yeah, what is it?
I don't believe that's
That was
the
way
proper.
up on the net.
That's exactly what they call it.
They changed the name.
The UXSFL? I think it's the USXFL. It's the United States Extreme Football League. And you get 4 points if you hit a 60-yard field goal. I like that we're doing that.
I do too.
You know, the Big Three, not the Big Three. Was that what Ice Cube?
Yeah.
Big,
yes.
Yeah.
A 4-point shot?
Yeah, 4-point shot.
I like that.
Yeah.
I hope the NBA would take it in there. I don't think they ever will. 4.60-yard field goals, potential. Yeah. I think it has potential because the guys are able to do it now. With that being said, Brandon Aubrey is potentially going to get $10 million a year as the kicker. Now, I saw the way it was reported that Brandon Aubrey is looking to get $10 million. I don't think Brandon, unless he's representing himself, I think what is happening here is Brandon Aubrey's agents are saying, hey, I think this guy's worth $10 million. And if he's able to accomplish it, especially with how true he has been since stepping foot, USXFL alumni, since stepping foot onto the field for the Dallas Cowboys, he's been true. He's been their best player. And if he gets $10 million a year, that'll be great for kickers and punters everywhere. But that also means that, you know, you got to make every single kick. That is one of those jobs. So I went into free agency one time. I got franchise tagged, and then I went into free agency. And it was an interesting negotiation. I've talked about this. Grigson, not the biggest fan of mine. He was the general manager at the time. Him and I have a good relationship now, by the way. Saw each other. That's actually been a pretty cool thing. He's an orangutan. I mean, he is
like big, strong guy.
Giant. He is gigantic. He's with the Vikings right now. But I wasn't exactly who he was thinking of was going to be his punter. So this guy's on Twitter. He's popular. He sells jersey. He talks a lot. He swears. This is not what I want.
It's not normal.
This is not what I want my punter position to be. Now, a general manager could have came in there and said, holy hell, we got a guy who, you know, does all this stuff. But it wasn't his vision of what a kicker and punter should be. He's offensive lineman, too. Like, hey, let's shut up. So I understand the disagreement in that entire thing. But the negotiation was not like a positive one. You know, like Jim Irsay was the reason why he was being forced to negotiate with me. He would have been okay with me leaving. Jim Irsay says the guy's not leaving. So then while you're negotiating, me as punter, and guy that at that time, I don't think I was the best in the league or whatever, it's like, what's the right price that if I hit a couple bad balls, I'm not immediately getting cut because I'm a cap casualty? So for me, there was like a fine balance where it's like, do I need to be the highest paid guy? I don't think I need to be the highest paid guy. You're going to give me a couple million to do this? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds like a deal to me. And with the cap part of it, $10 million a year to a kicker, Brandon Aubrey would certainly be the guy that would be worth it. But if you have just a couple weeks where it's not good, even the most beloved kicker or punter will get waste of money. We get a wide receiver.
Million,
we don't have an offensive lineman. We can get 3 good offensive linemen with that amount of money. It's crazy how that all kind of comes into play. And if Aubrey does this, I'll be pumped for him, and I think he's the right guy for it. But anytime you get the new record-setting contract that comes the expectations as well. I hope he pulls it off. And maybe one of these guys will be the next guy to become the next Brandon Aubrey.
Yeah, I mean, if it is going to be anybody, Aubrey makes sense. You just looked at those Hembo stats and how good he has been since he has been with the Cowboys. And for someone to do this, they have to be a weapon. It's not like someone who is making 50-yarders consistent. Whatever. It has to be these guys who can make 65, 68, 60. Like, this has to be someone who is different, unique, a unicorn, so that it is a situation where, like, oh, okay, he is worth this $10 million. Even though if you make kicks, tell you what, I know a lot of coaches who don't like points. Points are very important. If you make your kicks, like I think $10 million for a kicker and no one's talking about salary cap's $1 billion now.
Yeah, salary cap is certainly jumping, and I think it's only going to go up as they continue to add primetime games and more streaming platforms are getting into it. Obviously, remember 49.5% of the revenue from media, TV rights, and merch, I think, is what the players end up getting. So every new primetime game that gets signed, massive money comes into the leagues. It obviously is dispersed amongst 32. The new salary cap gone up in a big way. 2020. If you look at the yodely salary cap, which means I think you can kind of judge it as the health of the league. I think you could kind of judge it as the health of the league. The salary cap, just since its inception, basically, has gone up like this. COVID, because there's no ticket sales or anything like that, kind of sat down like this. So a lot of the GMs are kind of put behind because what they were expecting it to be whenever they were negotiating deals. Then there was a makeup jump. They were like, hey, we got you for COVID, we'll make it back. And then now it's escalating quicker than they ever could have imagined. So $10 million for a kicker, if he's great, might become status quo. Because if you don't have a guy, you don't know when you're going to be screwed. But it's normally going to be the biggest moment of the season is going to come down to it, and you're not going to have the guy, and you're going to regret not having it. And that is just kind of how it goes at those certain positions. Congrats to Brandon Aubrey. Speaking of $10 in dollars, Seattle Seahawks have begun the sale process, $10 billion.
Wow. Sheesh. Should be.
Sheesh. Jody Allen. Wins Super Bowl. Gets trophy on stage. Hey, we did. It's a good time. We're open for business. We are open for young
timing.
coach. Got a lot of contracts still here. Sam Darnold thinks he's going to be thankful for what we did for him. Not a bad time to maybe get up here in the Pacific Northwest for you people that have a lot of money. $10 billion for the Seahawks. The Miami Dolphins allegedly in the past have been offered a $10 billion valuation is what Stephen Ross said. So who knows what this is going to get up to, but congrats to the Seattle Seahawks and to the Allen family for guiding it in such a good way. John Schneider will join us in about 22 minutes. Obviously, he's going to go down as one of the greatest GMs in the history of the NFL. Good for them and good for the NFL that their teams are just $10 billion potentially. It's probably going to be even more than that.
Well, and if there's ever been a more perfect time, you mentioned the Super Bowl, but also they have to pay so many players. I assume maybe the Allen estate, Jody especially might say like, hey, look, you want to get in on this business? Because it is. I mean, you said it. It's one of the most consistent, healthy businesses over the last, 30 years, 25 years? Like, it's undefeated. And, I mean, we're talking about it here at the Combine. Like, these dudes are getting bigger, faster, stronger. And maybe not they're getting faster, but they're getting stronger than if they're not getting faster. So the league as a whole, especially with how good the quarterbacks are right now, like, it is at an all-time high.
Hey, is it the offseason?
No.
There is no offseason.
Bingo.
I like what you guys are doing to try to sell the league. But it is the offseason.
It is the offseason.
Technically.
Okay,
But, I mean,
there is.
the ratings for the Combine beat like.
Okay, we're talking business. Okay, so, okay, I appreciate
NFL football's not being played right now.
We agree that the NFL never sleeps.
Yes.
Okay,
I'll step aside.
But it is the offseason. And that means Trey Hendrickson and Cincinnati Bengals don't know what the hell's going to happen.
Yep.
Man.
What is going on, honestly?
Where are we at right now?
Nothing's off the table. Could franchise tag him, could trade him, could cut him, could release him,
If they tag
could
him,
pay
there's no
him.
way he's going in. Like,
I genuinely.
I think he would. I think he would actually go in. Funny enough, I saw some people saying, hey, if this guy gets franchise tagged, no way he goes to the Bengals. I think if he got franchise tagged, it'll probably be a couple months of tissues, but then after a little bit, I
we
think
love
after a
you,
little
Trey.
bit
It is
love
crazy
Trey.
that this is never getting figured out. You're wasting away. Both of you are just wasting away. At some point, somebody has to make a decision. Okay, like that's kind of the position that some people are in. And it's like, why are we just letting this continue to be a thing? And the Bengals say it's never been a thing. We've given them a contract, we've signed it.
So
what is the thing? That's what the Bengals are saying.
We'll know soon, right? When's the tag deadline?
March.
I think it's
because if he doesn't get tagged, he's a free agent.
All right, so we will keep our eye on Trey Hendrickson watch, which we don't like to talk about our journalism exploits, but I think that all kind of started on our show, Radio Row, years ago.
Yes. Yeah.
Years ago.
Yeah,
and now it is still continuing. And then if we're going to talk pass rushers, we've been calling for this for a while.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? And people don't necessarily love that we've been calling for it, especially Raiders fans. And the person himself has not been happy that we have been calling for it because he has so much pride, and we understand and we respect it. Max Crosby might be on a move to a playoff contender. Max Crosby might be in the Super Bowl. Max Crosby might be seen by the 30, 40, 50 million viewer count games that we get only in the biggest stages of the season, in which the Raiders have not been in for a long time. Now, do we think with Fernando Mendoza the Raiders are going to be great? I do. I think Fernando Mendoza is generational. I think Fernando Mendoza, 6'5" dog, has beers with the boys, super smart, wildly intelligent, accurate, and he's tough. I think he is generational. I think the people that are on TV talking about him maybe not being a guy or the same people that were saying Dante Moore was the number 1 overall quarterback in this particular draft class, and it's just because they were late to the party with Mendoza, and they don't want to realize that. They don't want to state that they were late to the party. We have seen this guy because we are lucky to be in this state since he got here. I saw him at Cal. I mean, we were out there with Cal whenever we went out to the incredible Berkeley campus out there and had a wild morning. Shout out to Daniel kind of starting the field goal thing out there as well. That entire thing against Miami pulls another one. Cam Ward has another magical win over him. But Fernando Mendoza, everything we have heard about him, everything we have seen from him, every pass that we've watched him throw in games and in warm-ups says he's a guy. And I assume there's going to have to be nitpicking because this is the draft and everything like that. But I think a lot of guys that like to judge what the forecast of the future is going to be just maybe didn't know about Mendoza until late. So it feels like they're maybe trying to justify themselves with some negative. I think he's a guy. And I'm a firm believer in that.
Yeah,
I think the Raiders are getting an incredible football player over there, a great leader of the team.
Oh yeah, all the on the field stuff, off the field stuff, you don't have to worry about him. But his size too is what's it's just impressive. Sometimes the guys will have everything, but they might be a little undersized, and you understand people saying, "Hey, he's going to be great," but I'm not sure if this translates to the NFL. Like Fernando, it sure feels like everything will translate to the NFL very, very well. And being able to be around him a little bit at the Super Bowl at Radio Row, I was walking next to him in the break. I'm like, geez, like you're bigger. You're a much bigger human than I even thought. And we watched him play in person multiple times. So, I am definitely sold on Fernando Mendoza. You said that, the Raiders will be great, maybe win. Like, I think the Raiders will be better with Fernando.
Ashton
I just
Genty,
don't know
Brock Bowers,
how
you
long
get
does
an
it take?
offensive line in there.
Yeah. That's the key.
You talk about him being the conversation about him, I guess, because we've asked some people around town, like why is there some people coming out saying like Fernando might not be a guy? Well, his RPO game, so he's athletic. Yeah. So he's much more athletic than you think he would.
Quickly make decisions.
Yeah. How about his back shoulder and the way he throws the ball? It's like, how come everybody gets trying? I think they're just looking for negatives. He's minus 20,000 to go number 1 overall. He's going number 1 overall. But I think the Raiders are getting a special player. So it'd be crazy if they traded Max now.
Yeah.
That would be an insane thing for the Max Crosby Raiders arc if that was.
And what Spytech came out yesterday and said that he wants Max to be on the team, I believe, and expects Max to be on the team, which is, you're looking at it right there. So yeah, they would make sense to be. But you're like, now you can't do this every offseason because free agency is different. It's not as good this year now. But if they were to get Linderbaum, it may be. But like, if they shore up that interior offensive line, and then they have Mendoza, and then there's some, and then they draft well on defense. Yes, but like the offense that he's going to be running with Kubiak fits him perfectly. And the one thing that we haven't mentioned is we watched him get smacked in the mouth multiple times. That Miami game, the Ohio State game, like he took an absolute beating. It did not faze him. And I think that comes a lot from Cal. When he was at Cal, he was one of the most sacked quarterbacks in college football. He took an absolute beating there. So I think that benefited him actually, so that when he got behind a good offensive line, he was like, oh, this is awesome. But then when he still got hit, it didn't bother him at all. So if he goes to Raiders and it takes him a little bit of time with the offensive line, he's not going to be one of those rookie quarterbacks where like they just go into a shell in their entire career.
I think he's special. Yeah, honestly, I think he's special. And he can speak Spanish for the Raiders fans. I mean, all of it.
He doesn't do it much on here, though. He doesn't do a whole lot.
What's that?
When you speak Spanish to him, he usually.
Yeah, why is every Spanish speaker? Cristobal's the same way.
Yeah, why is that?
I'm trying.
They think you're like being disrespectful?
No.
That's not the word I would have used.
Hey, by the way, incredible hat. I just want to let you know. I just saw the hat.
You see it?
Yeah. You definitely bought that at a store in Ohio, and I love that.
I bought that at the gas station on the way
here. I knew that was the answer.
It's called Loves. I'll probably stop there.
Loves is a great one.
Yeah, Loves is great. Loves
they have showers in there if you want.
Yeah, Trucker, come on in. Got a little buggy on the side there. Maybe some lot lizards for you, too, if you go ahead and dance around properly. But I don't think you should do that. I don't think you should do that. But I think Fernando's special, man. I genuinely, and then I saw, obviously, these conversations have to happen in daily sports talk, especially if you cover the league. You have to say, maybe the Raiders trade the number 1 overall pick and go pick up a bunch of things. It's like, are they not looking, have they not?
So I guess Gino's going to get traded then, probably, right? Huh?
Yeah, dude. So let's go to the trade block, actually. We have,
You all right? That's the second time today I've seen you do that.
You hit
both of them.
The drawer.
Oh, jeez. My knee kind of just got double teamed there from the front and the back. Yeah. Wood this way, wood that way.
Wood all around you.
Yeah, bumped wood there with my knee. My patella really got in there. Little ring rushes. We got a trade block graphic, though. There's a lot of names that are potentially on the move. Obviously, Tyreek Hill already released from the Miami Dolphins, so he would be available for a team to sign. Has another surgery. Dr. David Chow.
Yeah.
So is that one another surgery still at this point with already having knee surgery? Could limit him for next season. We'll see how that goes. But all these guys potentially on the move. Kyler Murray, obviously Arizona Cardinals quarterback for a lot of times of transition. And if there's a lot of transition while you were the quarterback for the team, normally it means your team's not doing good. You are going to take a lot of heat for that. Then whenever there's clauses put into your contract and then other things said by former players, it's certainly going to get loud. A nice refresh for Kyler Murray could be good at a new place. Just like, Baker Mayfield, I think, said he wasn't the most mature he was supposed to be at Cleveland, turned into a pro. Maybe Kyler Murray gets a new stop and kind of does his thing. Some people mention in an elevator on the way up here, could you imagine Kyler Murray with Kevin O'Connell?
Who said that?
That'd be interesting.
Then you start thinking about the Minnesota Vikings, like they got J.J. McCarthy. How's this whole entire experiment going to go with him not being able to play enough? But are they going to be in the market for a veteran quarterback? Is Kirk Cousins potentially going back to the Minnesota Vikings with the entirety of it all? And you start thinking about the big names. A.J. Brown, obviously with the Philadelphia Eagles. They say the squeaky wheel gets the oil. He's been a squeaky wheel for a long time.
Yes.
It's been a squeaky wheel over in Philly. A lot of people are saying, wow, Vrabel really likes A.J. Brown. If you remember when he was traded away from Tennessee to Philadelphia, Vrabel did a walk away. I want to kill this fucking guy.
Went outside and lit up a cig immediately.
Yep.
Turned back around, sits back down. I'm going to need to hear the plan on how we replace A.J. Brown. And then from that moment forward, it was over between Braves. There it is.
John Robinson.
Okay. All right. So we're trading away the best player on the field. Okay. All right. Okay. Hey, sits back down. From that moment on, Titans and Braves pretty much done.
Oh, yes.
That was the moment on. So a lot of people up in New England are saying, it would be nice to have a number one wide receiver. And AJ, wouldn't it be nice to have a coach that loves you in that? A lot of smoke seemingly around that. But I don't think the Philadelphia Eagles are just going to give up A.J. Brown. I think that's going to be a lot there. Bro.
Yeah, no chance. And Sirianni came out and said he can't guarantee that the Eagles will have A.J. Brown on the roster next year, but that feels like one that gets done. Like even the Max Crosby one, a little different. Like whole new.
You mean A.J. back in Philly?
A.J. back in Philly. I don't
think
actually.
So.
Whole new.
No,
era.
you're out, AJ. You're saying
I don't see how he's back there. I just feel like it feels like they have.
It's always.
They wanted
there's
a year
enough
ago.
animosity and enough going on that feels like the Eagles. They probably want to try to keep him, but I just don't see it happening.
Connor's trying to undersell this right now because him to the Patriots is very loud, and Connor's trying not to get too ahead. Hey. Let's not jinx this thing.
Would love for it to happen. If anything, I'd probably rather Max Crosby, but still an A.J. Brown on the team would be awesome. But a year ago, we're talking about the Eagles being the Super Bowl champs. Like, is it really 1 year later that it doesn't work? I don't know. But the Eagles have a ton of those questions. Stoutland getting, him being gone. Like, the Eagles are kind of one of those teams you look at like, what the hell is going on there? But A.J. Brown being the guy getting traded, that would make a lot of sense. And that salary cap, that hit, it's not that bad.
No, especially for a one.
No, I think there is another team that needs wide receiver help who has his college teammate on that team and gave up a third to get DK Metcalf last year and has multiple thirds they could give up this year to pair those two back together.
Yeah, a couple thirds for A.J. Brown. I'm sure that'll go over well. Let's go to a couple of the other players. Tua Tagovailoa. Potentially on the move. Okay, Tua Tagovailoa, obviously. We had McDaniel on earlier. They were magic together, and then we watched Tua almost give up his football career on TV a bunch of times.
Yep.
And then who knows what happens afterwards. That ends up getting blown up. Tua paid. Gumpy, what is Tua's contract situation for the next team and for the Miami Dolphins, Gumpy?
$99 million dead cap for us right now if we were to cut him today, but we can spread that out. Doesn't sound like anyone's trading for him either, so it's going pretty good.
You sound pretty negative there, okay? Sounds like you're about done with the Tua Tagovailoa experience there in Miami, but he's potentially on the move. Hey, there's another quarterback, very accurate whenever he's in it.
Sure.
Does he find a home and have a second berth? Jalen Waddle potentially on the move as well, Gumps. Seems like everybody has been in on Jalen Waddle for like the last 2 years.
Yeah, there's been like 3 trades made for him, but somehow he's still on the Dolphins, so I'm sure we'll dial those up again.
Is Gumpy behind that computer that is blocking his face right now?
Popular head up, Gumps.
Yeah, hey, Gumps, come on, you're getting Siciliano'd by the computer there, pal.
That's tough. That's a tough look right there.
I like that logo back there on the wall, Foxy. What's that all about? You guys really upgraded.
I'll tell you what, this truck has really come together for the first time we ever did a truck show till now. This thing is night and day. It's incredible.
Shout out to Barcode and the entire crew in there.
Is Mitt alive back there? I can't.
Who?
I see Mitt over your left shoulder.
Mitt just over
Mitt's
Roxy's
alive,
shoulder. Barely.
Listen.
D-Bone's next to him.
It's crazy. They're doing some news hit here. Hey, boys, let's stand up and wave.
Oh, yeah.
Where at?
Over here.
Oh, nice. Good to see you guys.
Bunny ears, bunny ears.
39th
bunny
year for the
ears.
Combine.
Oh, he's
Good
waving.
to see you
Bunny
guys.
ears.
What channel so I can tell my mom to watch?
Yeah, we don't know if we're in your back. Sorry. All right.
Is that WPC?
It's great to be back.
Is that WTHR? What is that? Is that THR?
Moose ears, moose ears.
You're so stupid. Do you watch any of the other shows? Okay.
Yeah. Like what?
Yeah. Every day, dude.
It was fun, man.
I did. I literally did. And I just watched those shows, and I'm like, holy
Felt very similar to this one.
shit.
Yeah.
The people that like this show have to absolutely despise our show. I mean, they have to absolutely hate. And I read it, I hear it, I see it, I appreciate it. Got a lot of texts from people asking how long we're taking off. Thought I was a hard worker. Okay. Some people I think were excited for us to be back in their lunch time routine. We are thankful and lucky to be here. The Combine is obviously going to electrify. John Schneider, who might go down as greatest general manager in the history of the NFL. That title right now is Bill Belichick.
I was saying, yeah, you've always.
That title right now is Bill Belichick. And he was our first. Tobe, how you doing, brother? Good luck out there, dude. You guys looking for anything? You're not looking for anything, right? You're not looking for anything, right? We're live right now, so don't say anything. It's on the record. It's good to see you, though, Tobe. You guys looking for anything right now or no? Always just... Yeah, I like that. Hall of Fame special teams coach right there. Yeah. Appreciate you, man. Spagnuolo.
Yep.
Reed.
Yep.
Tobe, right?
Yeah.
I didn't want to get it wrong. Holy shit.
Oh, did you?
But someone
you
else-
weren't confident.
I was halfway through, dude. I was just in Naples.
No, you had it. You had it.
I said it.
You sold it well then.
Yeah, but I had to back off it a little bit. I'm like, that's Tobe.
That's an interesting. I mean, that's interesting. I mean, they were horrendous this year.
So
Pat's
much
coming
respect.
off.
Hall of Famer. Sorry, Hall of Famer. I say his name.
My name is Bill Johnson, though.
We had someone on who's called him Tom.
Tobe is a legend. I just want to let
One
you know.
time.
Yeah, we called him the wrong name. Yeah, and then there's another special teams guy, Colt Anderson, there, former special teams coordinator for the Tennessee Titans, also a member of the 4th Down Army with the Indianapolis Colts. That's my former pump protector right there. That man, right there. Colt Anderson. Hey, man, Colt, stay away from that electromagnetic thing. He's out there with the Niners as well.
Substation.
Yeah, better not be running.
All right, a couple news we got to hit before we get out of here. Trent Williams and 49ers. John Lynch talked to the press. He said that's going to get done. We're all feeling good. I tell you what.
We'll see.
Trent Williams would get a lot of calls if
He would get a ton.
if that was going anywhere. We saw John Lynch walk by. His off seasons are always filled with something. They mentioned how the Ayuk thing can finally take place and kind of have a resolution because the way the contract was set up, they'll do a post 6-1 designation once the new league year starts. They'll be able to move on from Ayuk. Before that, I mean, it was Jennings. Before that, it was Kittle. Before that, it was. I mean, there's just Brock Purdy. Before that, it was they just whenever you're good. Now, granted, they have not won the Super Bowl, so that'll always be held over their head. They've been an elite football team for a long time with a lot of talent. So that means every offseason, that guy is in the middle of the trenches with something. Some pillar player is one something. This would be the biggest one, we think personally. When you look at the stats from their team with Trent playing and without Trent playing, it's a vastly different ballgame, and Trent knows that, obviously. And this might be the last big one that Trent Williams gets here.
Oh, yeah, and they got to go, too, because you're talking about approach from the outside. Now the Super Bowl champions in their division. You know, you got the Rams, the other NFC finalists. It's like, hey, if they don't get it done soon, people are going to be panicking over it.
Okay, Panthers play caller this year will be Brad Idzik.
Yeah.
Congrats to him. David Canales passing those things over. We'll be talking to Dan Morgan, I believe, general manager of the Panthers here. That's becoming an annual thing. And as we remain here at the Combine, we would like to say how thankful we are that we're allowed to kind of do this.
Yeah.
You know? A lot of the people that have covered the Combine for a while just kind of put a couple of director seats up and just kind of put like an iPhone and kind of do their thing. The fact that Indianapolis has allowed us to utilize this stage and the fact that the NFL and ESPN have helped us kind of make this a massive thing, which it is. There's a lot of dreams about to come true in these fields out here. The NFL season has officially begun here in Indianapolis. Hour 3 will be on digital. Sports Center's on the other side. Be a friend, tell a friend something nice might change your life. We'll see you tomorrow from the Combine. Goodbye. I feel like I hit it there.
Yeah.
First time in a while.
Yeah.
I thought about that. Woke up. I passed out in the sun. Was getting burnt. Woke up, thought about just like completely missing just like 7 seconds off.
Yeah.
The worst is early.
Yeah, because then you sit there and look like an idiot.
Yeah, you're not sure.
That was what I woke up to, was me staring. Good hour. All right, let's get to a break. On the other side, John Schneider's joining us. Then we also have Bob Salah joining us.
Wow.
He was walking by with Dayball earlier.
Yeah, he looked huge.
Jacked?
Yeah.
Dayball or
I'm excited to see Coach Bob Salah with the program. I'm excited to see how this goes because he has certainly hurt us.
Yeah, I just hope he doesn't choke slam me.
Yeah, because the crow and the eagle thing, remember?
Uh-huh.
But we know
The Jets.
Dayball enjoys us, so he probably passed that along.
Yeah, and Dayball, similar situation when he was at the Giants, we had to say things about.
He got it. He knew it.
Liam Cohn has said that to us before.
Where's he at?
You guys got to say what you got to say. It's like, yeah, well, we don't actually.
I haven't seen him walk around anywhere.
Yeah, he's not doing it. Setting precedent.
Playing iPhone games.
Not
somewhere.
working, huh? Flappy Bird.
Yeah.
Great game. They had to get rid of that because too many people got addicted.
Just kidding. I love
You been
games.
watching any? We'll talk about this later.
Oh, yeah. I've been watching stuff.
Love is Blind. This guy's watching Love is Blind.
Dude,
I've heard it's in all Ohio, Cincinnati cast.
They did Columbus. Yeah, a lot of AJ Hawks on there, surprisingly.
Got their jerseys?
No, just people like them.
Ohio State, Columbus got some interesting stuff going on.
What's that?
A lot of fouls. Let's go to a break. We'll be back on the other side. All the buildings.
Yeah. That was my favorite part of the whole entire thing. Just that little interaction. Hey, why don't you shut the fuck up?
I'm going to kill you.
Yeah, I'm
We're
going to
talking
fucking
depositions.
kill you.
I can't believe that was real.
Yeah, I can't believe that.
There's a lot of things. There's a lot of things in there where it's like, okay, this is obviously the saddest thing that I've ever.
Sure.
But wow, this is a lot of info.
Yeah.
And then what's next now? Good luck to everybody in the real world figuring that out.
Yeah.
We're going to continue to do sports over here. Be a friend, tell a friend something nice might change your life. We're back on the other side. Take 5.
Bye.
AJ always like to say the good old days we're living up this breathless stress. God bless. We killing them perspectives a necessity. These days especially. So if you wait, you should take some time to live a pleasantry. 12 teams count down to 1. We're trying to find a national champion, and it starts right here in Norman with the Boomer.
Hey, look at that fucking belt buckle. That's a little small. Who's that? Who's that, Mike? That's George Strait. Don't you fucking forget it.
Oklahoma's the last team standing. I hear you wild fucking maniacs going crazy. You deserve what you earn in this life. You'll get burned, the world turns, you'll be fine. Don't concern with the hurt, feel divine. You'll emerge as the pure Dylan shrine. Universe isn't first, it's on time. You live yours, I live mine, no cosign. $1.5 million.
Yeah, Malachi Tony's an explosive play waiting to happen. Malachi Tony outside. Touchdown, Miami. Marshall Reed shotgun. Looking to his left. Sweet. Touchdown with his second pick of the game. He said as soon as he saw me wear the hat, he wanted to shove it up my fucking ass.
So many people paralyzed by fake problems. See all the negativities impairing all their prophecies. Never fail, always win, gotta be philosophy. This life is one and done, it's an actual anomaly, that's why. Tonight it's Darius Butler versus AJ Hawk in the con.
He has been able to do whatever he wanted all year.
Keontae's back.
see. You better tell me if you're filming him. I do not give consent.
Not in this body.
Keep on. Yeah, buddy. Crib that thing.
Got a mismatch over there with Jeremiah Smith.
That's where he looks. Jeremiah Smith. Catches. Touchdown. This is Texas. You can't hold him. Touchdown.
I caught it.
Oh,
you did?
No.
Caught it on the head.
Shamar Brown. Oh, no good. No loss call by Ohio State. Touchdown. Hurricanes. This game is over. The Miami Hurricanes have won the Cotton Bowl.
Good for you. Good for you. I need that Ohio State jersey. It's time to put belt. Oh, no.
Cheers to all you motherfuckers. Appreciate you.
Have a good day.
Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year's. Happy New Year's, boys.
Hey, it's been a hell of a year. That's why AJ always like to say the good old days we're living on this breathless stress. God bless. We're killing them. Perspectives are necessity. These days especially. So if you wait, you should take some time to live a pleasantry. Anchors out, identify. Life is lit, I guess that's why. A couple times last night, I could have got you with a double leg.
You're going to get nice and beat up when I see you.
Indiana Hoosiers are winning the Rose Bowl. What do you do?
Are they getting in the paint? Oh, what a grab! What a grab!
Unbelievable. What a start for IU. Indiana's going to be up by 10 points against Alabama.
Breaks a tackle. Breaks two balls. Jump ball. Touchdown. Omar Cooper Jr. Elijah Surratt. Touchdown in the corner. Touchdown. Hoosiers. Walk down the IU bench. Saw Mendoza. Job well done, buddy. And then we happen to run into Sid. Hey, good to see you. Good to see you. Some things that USA has that nobody else does. College football is one of them. And a B-2 stealth bomber is another. Greatest country on earth, no questions asked. I just got a red, white boner. I think I got a little freedom erection happening as well. Indiana Hoosiers, dude.
Fucking different in the Big Ten, baby. Yeah!
That's why AJ always like to say the good old days we're living on this breathless stress. God bless. We're killing them. Perspectives are necessity. These days especially. So if you wait, you should take some time to live a pleasantry. Legends everywhere. Ray Lewis just stopped by. And then Calais Campbell's walking by. This is what it is. Give me the Miami Hurricanes. Lacey being MVP tonight as he pops one open for an all-miss tunnel. Potentially last play before the 2-minute timeout. He takes a shot to Marion, who's wide ass open. Touchdown! Marion, who once attended Darius Butler's football camp. Quick to Malachi Tony, one of the most explosive players in football. He breaks through. Malachi Tony to the crib. Trinidad. Carson Beck. He's going to run it himself. Congratulations, football. Congratulations, society. The U is back. AJ always like to say the good old days we're living on this breathless stress. God bless. We killing them. Perspectives are necessity. These days especially. So if you wait, you should take some time to live a pleasant life. Double leg at the natty. It's coming. Double leg at the.
Crush you, brother.
Shotgun. Pick six to start this. Fernando Mendoza spinning it. Touchdown. Omar Cooper Jr. Fernando Mendoza takes a shot to Becker. Touchdown. Hoosiers. Shake, rattle, touchdown. This ref incredibly jacked. Oh, yeah.
Indiana Hoosiers are going to national championship.
So many people paralyzed by fake problems. See all the negativities impairing all their prophecies. Never fail, always win, gotta be philosophy. This life is one and done, it's an actual anomaly. That's why Win their first national championship. Ty, what's Sig saying here?
Hey, that's BS. Look, he's right under the chin strap. My quarterback's not even looking. He's taking one right in the mouth. Knock his teeth out.
Joyce in the punt. He's been out here a lot. Fernando keeps it himself. I'm going to run. Carson back to Malachi Tony. This dude's unstoppable. Can he do it again for Miami? Takes a shot. Interception. Jabari Sharp says, give me that. And the Hoosiers of Indiana are your national champions in football.
Look back and you think, oh, those are the good old days. Nope, I've told you before. We're living the good old days right now. It only gets better every single day.
Hell yeah!
Wow.
Unbelievable game by Hellebuck. He was our best player tonight by a mile. Unbelievable game.
Hellebuck, so every puck, 100 shots is not enough. We on the sport, that is so tough. He's on his head, he's Hellebuck. When we are old, and stories told, how we enroll, Olympic gold. We'll talk of you, gold and gold. But one thing needs to be known. Hellebuck, so every puck, 100 shots is not enough. We own the sport, that is so tough. He's on his head, he's Hellebuck.
Hey,
Why?
let's go.
This show stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for.
McAfee on the line with a gorgeous assist.
The all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers,
You pink.
Damn it! Your friend tell a friend something nice could change their life. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to the Lighthouse, Lucas Oil Stadium, the host of the NFL Combine for the 39th straight year. Hour 3 of the program begins now. Football! Hey, you guys nailed it. I like the confidence, okay? First couple hours, you guys were a little scared. Didn't want to really step on it. Didn't want to do a hard count. Didn't want to go for it. You were still on vacation a little bit. That one was spectacular.
Yeah.
And I think the reason why A.J. Hawk, Boston Connor, Tone Diggs, the reason why it was so great is because we are literally in the presence of greatness. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us now is a man who might go down as the greatest general manager in the history of the NFL. Has built 2 champions in the same organization. Ladies and gentlemen, the general manager of the Seattle Seahawks, Super Bowl champion, John Schneider.
Yeah.
Hey, John! Sir? Handshake, sir?
Sure. Great to see you. Great to see you.
Oh, wow.
Forearm tat's pretty sweet.
Absolute pleasure.
Hold on.
Forearm
Hold
tat's
on.
sweet.
I don't think you're supposed to handshake a forearm tat. Can you show that real quick? How many GMs got forearm tats? I don't think a lot of them.
Omar does.
Omar Khan?
Yeah.
He's got an ass tattoo.
Yeah. Heard it's Elmer Fudd with a gun. Yeah. Saying, come out of there.
Icy like.
All right, let's move along. John, thank you for congratulations. Dude.
It's awesome.
Thanks for having me, buddy.
Yeah, AJ, thank you for the booking. So you guys know each other from Green Bay, obviously.
2006 draft, brother.
Okay, so
Vernon Davis or AJ Hawk, what are you going to do?
True.
You said tight end's pretty fast now, right? But
he's got to Ohio. Look at this guy's face. Yeah. And we heard he made it really easy for everybody to get information on his medical history throughout the entire process,
completely.
Too. Yeah.
It was the white tights with Carpenter that did it, too.
Yeah.
Who are these guys?
The full jumpsuit.
Are they?
Yeah.
They like each other a lot.
Yeah, they do. They still do, by the way. They're still
just spent 3 or 4 days
on the ship out at sea. Yeah, you know, I'm not going to get into that. Buckeye Cruise. Not going to get into that.
Sponsor that
Buckeye
one.
Cruise is a good thing. We don't want to make fun of it. We
Yeah.
made fun of it in years past. We do not want to do that. And there's nothing to make fun of about your resume, brother, that you're stacking together. Congratulations on building it twice. And we are talking about that. You obviously, in the middle of the entire process, understanding you're just trying to win. Can you take me to the decision of moving on from Pete Carroll? Because Pete Carroll then comes out afterwards and says, I fought like hell for my job. Did not make it easy, I think, for the Seattle Seahawks after Pete Carroll left. He decided to move on. Him saying he still wanted to be there, I think kind of a tough thing with how beloved Pete Carroll is. You sitting in that pocket making that decision, did you have to re-envision what the team was? Were you already envisioning what the team had to look like? When you make that pivotal moment there, what was going through your mind for the Seattle Seahawks?
Well, Pete and I had great discussions all through that process. You know, and we did a lot of special things together, and you know, it was just time for both sides. And you know, Jody Allen, Pete, they had their conversations, and you know, it was like, hey, Jody just entrusting us to move forward, and then you know, start a new era with a different leadership group. And yeah, I mean, I can't take you through every step, because it was 72 hours of like, am I going to get fired? What's going on here? Like, I don't really know.
Chaos.
Am I going to hire a head coach, or like what's shaking here? And yeah, she just, you know, she had the confidence in us, and obviously, you know, Pete wanted to coach again, and but it just like it was just kind of time.
Yes,
you know?
absolutely. And it's a hard decision to make, but there's only a few people that are put in positions to make those decisions. So the thing that I'm so impressed by is you sitting in the pocket, taking it in the shins, and then moving on, kind of with your blinders on, understanding that you're going to have success is how you felt. McDonald, this guy seems to be a whiz.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a whiz kid. I saw him yesterday at the women's forum, got a chance to shake his hand and tell him like how impressed I am with him as a leader and everything. What did you see from him, and what did you think about the culture that he was going to be able to build for you? Like, if that makes sense.
Yeah, so it was that process. We were actually a little late that week, so we weren't able to speak with Mike, you know, because they had the bye, and so it was really trusting people like good friends of mine, like Dan Morgan and I are very close. I know you guys know Dan well. Chad Brinker, Rich McKay, guys that have been able to interview him already, and then just saying like, hey, like, your guys' personalities would work out great. No ego, all ball. Like, let's rock. And when we interviewed him, it was just very clear. It was 2 hours that felt like 20 minutes. So it's like, you know, clear, concise, intelligent. And then where are we taking ball? Like, if we want to be the best sports organization in 10 years, which is what Jody kind of challenged us on, like, what's that going to look like? And so it was tough, but it became clear because there was some great candidates in there. And you know, we interviewed about 14 guys, but I really think like, okay, where this guy is gonna, where he can take football, and what I can't see, like what are my blind spots, like where am I falling behind, and you know, with our staff, and how can we mix our groups together, and then you know, what kind of staff can he build and take us into the future. And you know, we had played there, we had played in Baltimore, and it was one of those games. And I know you guys have been through this. I'm not sure if you guys play professional football.
No, not professional.
USXFL.
Yeah.
There you go.
Kind of like Brandon Arbery, kind of that situation. Yeah.
Cup of coffee.
Middle backer.
By the way, where's D-Bot, the Ryan? Is he a Ryan Fire fan? He's born in Frankfurt, right?
Yeah, D-Bot,
D-Bot.
Yeah, D-Bot's off until March, believe me. Until March, I forget, March 2nd. He gave me a date. He said, hey, got a daughter equestrian now. He's got a golfing daughter now.
Volleyball.
He's got a volleyball daughter now. I mean,
he's
he
a football
is,
player now.
And
he's a baller.
One of the greatest athletes I've ever encountered.
But no, we had played in Baltimore, and you know, you have that feeling. You're like, we just got shook. You walk out of there. I don't know. You know, we left Baltimore that day. Like, what just happened? You know, and you know, talking to Gino, talking to Drew Lock. You know, after the game, and it's like they were just like, this guy's
different here.
It's different.
Okay, let's talk about the quarterback position, because you had to make a decision. There was reports that you offered Geno Smith a contract. He didn't love the contract. He ends up getting one in Las Vegas. Him and Pete kind of battling.
This is fun. I'm starting to sweat already. AJ, these questions here.
Yeah.
Well, you want to see me pit out, brother? Don't
So
you?
we've been following the Seahawks. Though.
Yeah.
I feel like we have really followed along with your guys' journey.
Okay.
Not just mostly because, but AJ and everybody that's ever talked about you is like, hey, Schneider's a guy. Like, he is
Appreciate
an actual guy out there. So we respect everything that you've been able to build. The decision to bring in Sam Darnold, though, is I mean, what, monumental now at this point with how it all works out? How does that decision go? And what did you see from Sam that's like, holy hell, this guy won 14 games and somehow was available for us to sign in this entire thing?
Well, the combine has really changed since you guys came out. There's a lot more conversations with agents and what the landscape's going to look like, and that's obviously what you guys experience with the medicals and the testing and everything. But really, behind the scenes, like, all right, where are we at from a negotiation standpoint? Like, if we have to pivot, is it going to be A, B, or C? And getting all the coaches on the same plane, and deciding like, are we gonna be able to do this in a concise manner? And so last year at this time, I mean, we were talking Geno. It wasn't going great. The Raiders had tried to acquire a different quarterback. That didn't come to fruition. They were interested in Geno. We were just able to pivot in that 3-day window and get ready to roll. And the cool thing was, like, all of our relationships, Kevin O'Connell, Clint Kubiak, all these guys that are good friends of ours that have been around Sam, describing him was like exactly like great leader, real guy, and obviously competitor, and he's not like, he doesn't wear his emotions on his sleeve, and his teammates love him.
If you got anything to say about my quarterback, if you got anything to say about my team, you got anything to say about this city, we got 2 words for you. Fuck you. That was so awesome. Yeah. That was honestly, you love that? You have to.
After we lost to the Rams down there in LA, I literally like stood there. Everybody was walking through the door, and I was like, "You guys are just, like, it's like we almost won that game. Like, everybody disregards that. Like, it was a rough game for a lot of people, but like, the guys' resilience and the way they responded around Sam, it was like, we got some cool stuff going on here.
Yeah, it did. It felt special.
I was like, let's go. And like Ernest, like, took it. When we got in the locker room, he took it to a different level.
You gotta have that though. Yeah. AJ's got a question for you.
Yeah, I guess your time here at the Combine, you've been coming for a long time. I guess, what's it like now? What are you looking for when you interview these players, when you watch them on the field? Like, does all the stuff on the field matter as much as some people make it out to be? Like, I know, okay, let's just use 225 bench, for example. I said it doesn't matter. I said, it's garbage. I remember whenever I did mine, I think I got 24 or something, and I was all pissed off. I was all pissed, and I had one GM, he goes, what are you all what are you doing? What's your attitude about it? I was like, I only got 24 reps. I thought I was going to get 30. And he's like, I don't care about that. Like, he instantly, and it gave me like a sense of relief a little bit, even though I was still pissed I didn't get 30. Like, is there something, like, what
matters?
What does matter here? What are you looking for?
What really matters is like eye in the sky, and then the person, the competitor. That's kind of what we've.
Like, they got to love ball. They
love ball.
They need to confirm that they love ball.
They got to be smart, tough, reliable football players. And then down here, it's really like, these chunks now. That's why I said it was different when you guys were coming out. Like, it's like, okay, you got these interviews over here that we record, and we're able to study that. And then you got the canned one. It's like, like, what's your favorite cereal in the morning? Like, that sort of stuff. Like,
Fruity Pebbles.
You can watch all that kind of stuff, and you can study all that. But really watching the guys, how they interact with the other guys on the field, how they're taking to the coaching going on out here. But then it's really like obviously the medicals, the whole thing started because the Jets drafted a receiver that then, was legally blind in one eye. So that's how the whole combine started. So they get the medical going. So
classic Jets.
The medical is really.
What year was that?
2 years ago. Yeah, exactly. 2022.
But yeah, no, I think just really like at the end of the day, the guys knowing like the character of the person, and we just emphasize like the competitor and. You don't have to have like a final, like as an area scout, the guys are responsible for their areas. You don't have to have like you don't have to stick to your hard and fast grade that you had in the fall. It's more important that we get that right at least like the week before the draft, so we can set the board and then be able to just strategize and then know who the person is that we're bringing in the building to be able to help them out and grow.
So, like, passing your culture test is obviously a qualifier for
Absolutely.
It feels like that should be for everybody. I don't know if that is the case. It's certainly working for you. 1977 is when that happened.
Okay.
So it's been happening for a long time over there with that team.
Same team, though.
Okay, same franchise.
He's blind in one eye. He fooled him that.
Yeah, he wore sunglasses.
Credit to that guy.
Guy's a good actor.
Yeah, phenomenal receiver, too. Crazy
Really?
hands, yeah.
Yeah, Jericho Cotchery.
I have a question.
1977, I don't know.
Before that.
I have a question for you. You said that the standard thing is what cereal do you have in the morning? What other stuff do you do? Like appliance questions? Like what are the right? I said Fruity Pebbles immediately, strictly because on the back of the Fruity Pebbles box, there's always like some fun little quizzes. So I feel like I'm getting better and enjoying a phenomenal breakfast, and it always tastes good. Throughout many different government policies of what you're allowed to put into food and what you're not allowed to put into food, we're learning a lot about that as well. Fruity Pebbles has remained. Cocoa Puffs changed their ingredients; they weren't as much cocoa anymore.
Yeah.
Cocoa Pebbles, I think the same exact thing. Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Cinnamon Toast Crunch OG.
It's very good.
OG Cinnamon Toast Crunch. If it's a little cold outside, treat that like tomato soup. Cinnamon Toast Crunch always going to be there for you. What are the answers that you get in those questions, and what other questions do you kind of give? Because that is trying to find out who a person is all this game is.
Do you mess with them?
Yeah, do you ask these questions?
Do you mess with them on purpose, try to get them pissed off?
Rock, paper, scissors.
No, we used to a little bit more. I used to when I was with the Packers, I was like, I was the younger guy, so I was like the guy that had to ask all the, the partying questions, the marijuana questions and stuff, So I'll never forget we had a running back in here. Were you around Mark Hatley?
That's the name of the running back?
Yeah, no, it's not the name of the running back. I'm not going to give the name of the running back.
Okay.
But it was this poor guy had failed several drug tests, and Mark Hatley, God rest his soul, he worked for he ran the Bears for a minute, was my boss in Green Bay, and so I'm asking the questions about why he failed this drug test, again, and my man had this high accent. Mark Hatley's like, shoot, why'd you do that, son? I don't get it. Why'd you do it? You kind of sound like Ballard.
Oh, yeah.
He likes
his guys.
Yeah, he kind of had that, that
drawl.
southern drawl to him, and my man's sitting on the couch, and he just kind of panicked, and he's like, he's sitting on his chair, and he goes, he's like, I'm sorry, Mark, I was just on the couch, and I was next.
He's honest.
Give me that
guy. He's super honest. Team player. We had a running back in the room one day, and our running back coach is like, hey, you consider yourself to be a better inside runner or outside runner, And he's like, hey, Coach, have you seen our indoor facility yet? Our new indoor facility is amazing. I never run outside. It's like, okay, I like this guy too.
Outside the box, we're just trying to test your brain. Connor has a question. Wow, any more of those that come to your mind right now? We would love to hear. Thank you.
John, you don't know this, but I'm a Patriots fan, so you can go eat shit. It was very fun. It was very fun to
hey, welcome to the show.
Welcome. But I did watch.
Well, I was there a couple years ago too, brother. So
exactly, Okay, so kind of one of the same, me and you.
But you guys are even.
But yeah, exactly, we're even. Sure. But one thing I did watch, and it was actually the only thing I watched from your parade, was the speech you gave at the end, just talking about Jesus, talking about, kind of the angels from the team.
Yeah.
You throwing out little tiny baby Jesuses on the parade
They weren't
route.
tiny baby Jesuses, brother. They were like little baby Jesus. He was a grown man. He had a beard.
He had a beard, but it was miniature. Excuse me.
Mini
Jesus.
Mini Christ.
Yes. It was very cool. But
Talladega Nights.
Obviously, how do you envision?
It wasn't a tiny baby Jesus.
It was a miniature size of real grown-up
33-year-old Jesus before
33-year-old Jesus as a there it is. We actually got
What's
some.
he look like as a 20-year-old? Do we
Same
have
thing.
it?
Cut. He cut.
Shredded?
Yeah, you don't even want to know.
He's always shredded.
Yeah, yoked up. But speaking of, while I'm watching this, as much as it hurt, it did feel like storybook for the Seattle Seahawks. Like you listen out all the players that had lost loved ones, everything like that. And you mentioned the Rams game as kind of a locker room where it felt different. It felt special. Was there any other points where it felt like, hey, this is part of a storybook ending? Like you could envision the Super Bowl, the storybook finish, and knowing it was coming. As a Patriots fan, I said 28-3 against Atlanta felt better than 9-0 against Seattle, just because of how dominant and how great your team was. But inside that locker room, whether it's training camp, whether it was through kind of those tough trials throughout the season where some of your players are losing guys, was there a moment where you kind of felt that storybook coming together and knowing that, hey, this is going to end in glory in the end?
Yeah, I think Mike's our head coach Mike's emphasis on the connectedness. Like we all grow up playing the sport because it's the ultimate team sport. You learn so many lessons in life, and he just did a great job. Turning the corner last year, he comes in his first year, he wins 10 games. And he's like, how do we take this to a different level? And it was really like the connectedness of the team and the guys. And so, we had a lot of we had a lot of, like Charles Cross lost his father, Ernest lost his father, Jake Bobo lost his father. I lost my father the day after the Houston game. And I just felt like everybody was just really in this place of like playing for each other. And when you're in that space, like there's just no, like it's pretty hard to that's a hard team to beat when guys are playing together like that. Like, the Super Bowl 48 team, those guys were super swaggy. They loved each other. They played for each other. It was like us against the world. These guys are more like, I don't care about the other team. It's all about us, and we're just going to go out there and like play together and have a blast. And that's the way it felt. It wasn't like that one. It was that Rams game, yes. How the locker room was like afterwards, like, hey, we're gonna.
How about after the Colts game, you guys? Phil Rivers almost fucking did it.
Hold on to it. Right?
Yes.
It was pretty.
Yeah.
That was a little hairy there for a minute,
Yeah, it was awesome there for a minute. Yeah. So as a Colts fan.
Yeah.
And as national sports show host, I guess, is what we are at this stage. We're called regional just a few years back, which is pretty cool. But now we're able to do it. We've been paying attention to your team and your defense. Like, right, you guys go to Pittsburgh and just, that shit was.
It was second half.
That was
a good game. Yeah.
And your road warriorness of your team, like what you guys were able to do, and the defense was just everywhere. I mean, Houston was obviously getting a lot of love. A lot of conversation for their defense, as they should. Patriots, obviously,
really
defense was good. Nobody really talked about it. Your defense was not getting hyped up by a lot of people at all. Phil Rivers goes in there, battles you guys, comes down to a field goal. Jason's unbelievable. I don't even want to get into that. The guy never fucking
$10
misses.
million.
$10 million, Brandon Aubrey. You're going to have to pay him. Jason,
Easy, Francis.
11 million, maybe 12, maybe 13, maybe 14, maybe 15 million. The guy won a Super Bowl.
Former players, pay the man. Hey, really? Thanks for the flash, Gordon.
Yes,
There's
please.
no salary cap.
There isn't, especially for a kicker if you got one.
Figure it out.
But on that note, I don't think your defense got any respect, really. Like, I don't think your defense got any respect. And the reason why I'm saying that is because I'm like, Phil Rivers almost just beat the Seattle Seahawks. And I was impressed because it's the Seattle Seahawks, how good you are. I don't think you guys were getting any national recognition at all. Could you sense that with the team? Did the team know that? Do you guys care about that? I know it's outside noise or whatever.
I don't think so. I think that they signed Phillip that week, and what's different? Like the ball's coming. I saw him playing the Citrus Bowl years ago. Like, here it comes, ball's coming out. Like, you're not gonna be able to. You're not gonna get to the guy.
But nobody talked about your defense being so good. Like, I was so pumped for Phil because Phil knew.
You're talking about the reputation.
Yeah, of your defense. I don't think anybody was talking about it.
It took a little bit.
Yeah, because like Phil, people are like, Phil Rivers almost beat this defense. It's like complete opposite.
Yeah.
Phil Rivers completed some balls against this defense is more so the combo. Nobody's really talking about that.
Pretty special football player, Phillip Rivers.
Yes.
This guy's pretty dang good.
Yeah,
so.
absolutely.
But no, I think they don't have that same. That's what I'm saying. They don't have that same us against the world chip on their shoulder that Super Bowl 48 team had. Richard would always be like, why don't you draft me in the 4th round, like instead of the 5th round? Like Marshawn's like, mad at me because we didn't trade for him earlier. Like they were just like mad at everybody. And they played like that. These guys, I don't think they really. I think they were just really self-confident, and they trust the coaching, they love the scheme, they love each other, and they just flew around balling.
Fun group to watch, man. Go ahead, Tone.
Yeah, your first 2 picks last year. Gray Zabel probably could have been Offensive Rookie of the Year. Nick Eamon-Warrior could have been Defensive Rookie of the Year.
Pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good. But like the difference between them, Zabel, small school guy, but then he got to the Senior Bowl, looked really, really good at the Senior Bowl. Eamon-Warrior had one of the best combines of all time. So like, is that just like when Zabel goes to Senior Bowl and you see competition, like, okay, that's a check mark. When Eamon-Warrior comes here and just is the freakiest of freak athletes, is that a check mark? Like, when do you know in the process these guys are your guys, if that makes sense?
Yeah, no, that's a really good question. Gray was exactly what you said going to the Senior Bowl, watching him be able to compete with the best of the best. Yeah. And then, that's a box checked. I'm not sure if you guys know Steve Hutchinson very well, but Steve was on. Steve was working with us and doing used to do offensive line consulting and stuff. But he loved them, and we're really like trying to get back to that like oh man, the old school offensive line groups. It's hard to keep these guys together and have continuity. And he loved them. Went down there Senior Bowl. Nick was in a totally different box. This guy's like, like the athletic freak. Sir. And so that's like, okay, like let's bring Nick into the building on a 30 visit, have him spend time with the coaches, like, are we going to be able to use this guy in the manner that, we personnel guys and coaches, you got to come together, right? You're like, this guy's like 6'3.5", and he runs 4.28, and you should be able to
coach him up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But you can't just take the guy if you don't have the buy-in from the coaching staff. And so we brought him in, total buy-in. Here's gonna be the role. He got hurt on the fourth play of the opener, and I think he had already had 2 tackles, so we missed him for.
Who got hurt Super Bowl week?
It was him.
His ankle. Remember they showed him walking in.
Opener, first weekly opener against San Francisco. He got hurt on the 4th play, and he had 2 tackles already, and you're just watching the guy holy cow,
awesome.
This is going to work.
Yeah. Good pick. There was the ankle scare.
Yeah, the Super Bowl week.
God helps those who can't help themselves, brother. Here comes the 6'3" guy that runs 4.36 and ends up being a good football player. Everybody's like, well, he's there's some maturity things. It's going to take him a minute. He's 1 month older than my youngest son. Let's give this guy a break. Did you see what he did out here? That was pretty good.
Unbelievable. Absurd. 43-inch vertical.
Hey, this guy's the greatest GM of all time. We got a guy 6'3", 240, running a 4.1. Yeah. GM's really good.
Yeah. Way to scout your butt off. Yeah.
AJ has the last question for you, John. We appreciate your time.
Yeah, you talk about personnel guys and coaches. I guess, how do you know as a GM and as your time as a GM, has it changed how much you are involved and how much you do meddle in the day-to-day? I know after it's got to be a good feeling coming down from the box when you're ahead in the 4th quarter to watch the game from the sidelines. But I guess we talk about Jerry Jones a lot doing pressers in the locker room. How do you know where you should and shouldn't go, and what do you that balance with the coaching staff?
Yeah, the game day stuff is really just, for me personally, it's just trying to make the guys feel as confident as they possibly can. The coaches, the players, knowing that we're loving them up, we're supporting them. I know my space. I know when to try to pump somebody up or kind of give them some crap. If they're feeling pretty good about themselves and stuff like that. But a lot of people come down and people think that you come down to be on the sidelines to be seen. If you don't hit that elevator by a certain time, you're up there with. You're not coming down from the last 20 minutes after the game. So you gotta get down there, and I'm so short. I have a hard time seeing what's going on the field. So I'm always asking offensive coordinators how do you call a game from the sidelines, because I can't see
nothing.
I can't see anything. I'd love to be up top and watch that, but no, I think just knowing your space. And
you ever tell coaches, hey, this guy, why isn't this guy better? He's 6'3", 245. Put him in more or something.
Yeah, that's personal.
You ever tell him? Yeah, do you ever tell coaches?
Yeah, during the game, call down on the red phone. Yeah, put that
that'd be sweet.
No. No, we do that behind closed doors. We're all we're all just talking hey, seriously, this guy, maybe he deserves more playing time. Have we thought about this? Have we thought about that? And just open conversation. When Pete and I got together in 2010, we just said no walls. He'd worked with the Jets and got let go with the Jets, got let go with the Patriots. I got let go with Marty Schottenheimer and the Redskins, and we're if we ever have a chance to do this, we're gonna do no walls, no egos, all together, all ball. That's it. And then it's not.
Everybody says that though.
It's easier said than done.
Yeah, everybody says that. Actually executing that is.
Well, when egos come in, when it's hey, that's my guy. I scouted this guy. We should take this guy, or, when you hear people say, well, I stood on the table for that guy, it's the worst thing you can hear as a personnel guy. Really? You stood on the table for that guy? So I'll actually make guys do it. Make
him stand on the
really?
table?
You love this guy? Why don't you stand on the table?
Whatever the hell you're doing, it's working, dude.
Yeah.
So congratulations.
Appreciate you guys.
I hope you enjoy it all. Are you staying? You'll watch all the workouts. Obviously, you'll do that because a lot of people.
I will watch the workouts on film now. Yeah.
That seems to be the new thing. The meetings matter. Okay, I want to see these people, talk to these people, try to get as much as possible. And then with how good the NFL Network and everybody does with tape, it's we can watch a show.
Yeah, Jason Light we were talking last year, and he was getting ready to split, and I'm like, you're leaving already? He's like, when you're at the Dome, do you watch the TV or do you watch the field? I'm like, I watch the TV.
Jumbotron,
He's well, I'm going home to watch it on my couch. Smart.
Hey, longest season of anybody. Super Bowl run. Congratulations. You got some shit to figure out, though, huh?
A lot of Yep. Oh, I almost cussed. Yep, a lot of stuff.
You're allowed to.
Don't do that. That's disgusting.
All good stuff.
A lot of shit, though.
Yep.
When you win, that's kind of what comes with it. You've already been there, obviously.
Yep.
How are we allocating money? Where are we spending money?
You got to change, coaching staff.
No, you just pay everybody, right? I guess now with the
It's easy, right?
former players,
Yeah, the cap's
just
going
pay
up.
everybody.
Yeah, did you see the cap went up?
Yeah, I saw it.
Not sure if you saw it.
Yeah. No, I get
Darnold
it.
deserves a raise, though. What did you say?
I think so.
I've heard all these things. I like hear it in my sleep.
I mean, Jackson Smith and Jigba did just say he's looking forward to being the highest paid receiver. That's a real thing.
Which, by the way,
Pretty good player.
Yeah, which he deserves to be, yeah.
Pretty dude.
Yeah, and then if we talk about highest paid player in the league, I mean, Dixon caused a turnover in the championship game.
Yeah.
And then he did
Oh
what he
yeah,
did.
how good is he, buddy? Is he
Unbelievable.
like right? Like
Yeah.
like
He's the one.
I don't scout punters. You know what I mean? Like
Well, you did. You
but
got
holy
him.
cow, this guy's like.
So all the
Phenomenal.
Australian guys, okay, Darren Bennett back in the day with the Chargers, I think he kind of came from the Aussie Rules football thing. But like Dixon having the success that he had, I think opened the door for like everybody else being like, let's try to get this fucking. I don't think there's another one.
Yeah.
I think Dixon is
Have
no
you
matter
seen-
what
have you
continent
seen,
he's
Have you
from.
seen him do the side thing?
Yeah, the side one, the banana
Yeah.
ball, and then he the one that he got the turnover on. Who was that against?
L.A. off the shoulder?
On the sideline or whatever. I sent him a DM. I'm like, yo, what ball was that? He was like, just sky, bro. He brought that thing down from the sky on purpose. Like
yeah,
he did.
He can drive it. He can angle it. He can do like different spins with it. And man,
He's unbelievable.
What was the guy's name we had in Green Bay when you were playing?
Tim Mastang.
Yeah. Okay. He got in the hot tub with Al Harris.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like
Coach for
just
the
with
Bears
no clothes on, and Al was like, "Hey man,
wait, Tim did?
we don't do that. Here. We don't do that.
I was not there. I didn't see that.
Yeah.
AJ, you told him to do it.
AJ kind of showed him the ropes.
I would have
right?
loved to see Al's face when Tim walked into that thing.
Yeah. Sam Ramsey will tell you all about it. But that guy could run, like do run and do the drop kick.
Yeah, Tim was a great athlete, soccer player, great soccer player.
Wow.
Tim, really good guy. He came to the Colts first.
Was he from Australia?
No,
Or New
Tim was from
Zealand?
Kentucky.
Nope, different guy then. New Zealand. This guy was from New Zealand or Australia. He was with us for like maybe
In Green Bay?
Yeah, for maybe a
Dave
year.
Loney. Dave Loney was an Australian punter there in the offseason.
Was it Loney?
with us. Yeah, offseason, because I still talk to him. Yeah, he's back
Okay,
on
not
Australia.
Tim Mastang. Thank God. Let's clear Tim's name. Tim is a great dude. Tim is not getting in any hot tubs naked.
That's the one that got in a tub with Al Harris.
Yeah, that is not Tim Mastang.
It had to be Loney.
Definitely an Australian guy or a New Zealand guy.
Yeah, Dave Loney was an Australian guy. I can see Dave doing that. He's like 6'4".
AJ
big,
still does it
strappy
with him,
lad.
yeah.
Bottoms off.
He actually did that too.
But so talented, man. Like,
Yeah, he did that to Alpha.
Do you back in? Do you back down the
Hey,
stairs?
what's up,
though?
Al?
No, I think you go front.
Put your cheeks right in Al's face as you back in.
I think you front down. I think you will front.
Or you dip.
Okay,
Maybe
You might dip first, test the water,
test the waters.
then get in.
you guys are making me nervous, man.
You're the one who told the story. What are you talking about?
We wear our
Tim
trunks.
Mastang. You just won the Super Bowl. You're fine.
Yeah, you're like do whatever you want.
You got a lot of leash.
One of the greatest GMs of all time. Tim Mastang.
And you might get a new owner.
Was fully
too, so-
clothed in the hot tub.
Okay. Oh, good call there, Tone. So they're saying $10 billion, but the Miami Dolphins were allegedly worth $10 billion like 3 years ago. So who knows what that number is going to become? Shout to the Allen family. Shout to Jody, by the way. That was such a cool moment for. Hey, shout out Jody. Hell yeah, we'll clap. And I spoke at the women's forum with Carly and Kaylin, and it's like seeing woman owner up there take the Lombardi was cool.
Yeah.
Like that was a very cool moment, especially with how much the NFL is, investing in women becoming a bigger piece of football as a whole. Starting with flag football in high school, trying to get it, what's that called, sanctioned,
Yeah.
and then trying to build
Olympics.
it in. Sam Rappaport with the Olympics coming, it was like really cool to see that. And I don't know Jody personally. I heard she's very tight. She doesn't have a lot of.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Not a lot of anonymous sources coming out of Jody's office. Like there's very rarely any leaks or anything like that.
No.
Feel like she's been a great leader of the ship. $10 billion, what they're talking about. How much are you involved in all that? Because I assume you're going to be the carryover to the next
I'm not.
ownership.
I'm not. I wanted to get with George Payton down here, because they went through it in Denver, and I don't know what's coming. I don't have the experience with it, so I need somebody to coach me up on it and what that looks like. I've been, Tracy, my wife, and I have been blessed to be able to work with, a team, the Packers, that doesn't have an owner, Lamar Hunt, Daniel Schneider, Paul Allen, now Jody. So very, all very different people. So I'm just.
Well, you
keep
being
an eye
there
on
is
it.
upping the value, brother. And maybe you renegotiate as soon as they get there.
Yeah, you should be smart.
Trying to get your money.
Another former player comment.
Yeah, trying to get you right. Yeah, exactly.
Go
That's
get
what-
it, man.
Yeah, do it.
By the way, you're welcome.
Yeah, I appreciate you.
If you'd like to put
guys.
us a little public pressure on this new ownership, okay? Oh, welcome to the league. You just want to get rid of your general manager? Okay. Why don't we give this guy a new deal? Let's lock him down 10 years, $100 million. Let's win a couple more Super Bowls. We appreciate the hell out of you, John.
Hey, man, I appreciate you. I'm so glad you guys had Mike on. It was so fun for me to be able to turn it on. Like, hey, when are you going to be on, man? And
McCarthy.
Mike McCarthy, yeah.
Big Mike.
It was so
How about him back in the game?
I know, it's so awesome.
I'm happy
Just
for
had
him.
lunch with him.
How was it? How is he? Is he
Great.
jolly?
Yeah, yep. He can see his neighborhood from his office. Yeah,
That's
where he grew up.
sweet.
Yep.
That is really cool. That is really cool.
I can't do the accent like you guys do, though. But
Yeah, that's just Pittsburgh people.
Well,
Sorry.
Yeah, I guess
It helps when you were born there.
I guess everybody has
Just like
flaws.
us.
I guess everybody does have flaws.
Well, I didn't
this was
know.
fun. Appreciate you guys. Like,
Yeah.
I guess, I guess
Will you come
appreciate
on
it.
again?
Yeah,
or no?
come back on.
Yeah, we need you back.
You here tomorrow?
No,
I'll tell
it's
you what.
gone.
Are you busy during the draft?
Draft spectacular.
I guess you got to win a world championship to get on the show. I've been like, texting with AJ. I can see all these other.
Oh, is that right, AJ? Is that right, AJ?
I see all these other GMs on there. I'm like, AJ, I thought we were guys. Like I thought,
I've thrown your name out many times.
That is not true.
Don't
That
lie,
is a lie.
Try it again.
AJ has been
he says he wants to
gatekeeping.
come
on, then he's too busy.
Many leather-bound books. Yeah.
You're the man. Ladies and gentlemen, the
He's got
general
so
manager of the Seattle
many.
Seahawks.
He's got so many.
John Schneider. Now, before you leave.
Oh, we can sling it.
Okay.
Come on, boss.
What are we doing?
You can throw your arm.
Take
loose.
that headset off so it
100,000.
doesn't yank you.
100,000. 100,000. 100,000.
Happened to me.
$100,000 donation charity here, John.
Go on, John.
Go on,
Come around
John.
this way.
No,
right there. All right.
You
See-
lefty?
You see that hole right there?
Yeah.
You're a lefty?
No.
Oh, no,
Okay, hold on.
He's ready.
Yeah.
How old are you?
54.
You look good.
You're great.
For a Catholic, too?
I was gonna say
That is unbelievable. Okay, 54. How often do you throw football, active, everything like that?
Not very. No, two torn labrums, so no, not very much at all, brother. Like,
Oh, so this would be very impressive. $100,000. You're able to make it in the hole. John Schneider, Super Bowl winning general manager, 2 different eras in Seattle. Backwards hat. Oh no! All right,
this one's
all
good.
right,
Look,
all
we
right,
got
all
this.
right.
You're
Okay, we got
higher.
more.
You got this
two
one.
more.
You're
You got 2
higher.
more opportunities. You got 2 more opportunities.
Like
here.
you're on a mine.
I like that you want Stallone.
That's a professional miss.
Nobody will be the next Stallone.
Yep.
Oh, wait a minute.
One more here, John.
Last ball here now. John, this is the one. Make Sam Darnold proud. Oh, no. All right.
Wait, the top's not open?
The top should be
Hey.
open.
The top's not open.
Thank you so much. Hey, we hope. Will you join us draft night after you make a pick? Well, you won't make a pick.
32.
Will you join us on draft night? All right, sweet. We got him on the show.
At 1 a.m.
Thanks, man. Appreciate you.
Great to meet you.
Man.
See you, John.
Yeah,
Good luck.
The
Good
top
luck.
should be
Thank you.
open.
Never again versus New England.
Thank you.
He said, yeah.
All right, John. I'll tell you what. That was exciting. He's good.
He's the man.
He's really funny.
He's a great guy. He just gave me a call, but I couldn't hear it because my headphones on. I wish I.
He said, I'll see you down the road.
I think he said like that was the best question anyone's ever asked me or something.
Oh, nice.
He
It's a
said that
shame
to
you
you?
didn't hear
Yeah, I
it.
think so. I couldn't.
There's a lot of microphones up here. Somebody would have picked that up.
Yeah, we'll pick
I
it
didn't
up.
hear that.
We'll listen back.
He said, like, I love you. You know ball. To me.
To you?
Yeah. So I
What did he say to AJ? I know what he said.
Yeah.
You big dog.
He got movie lines from like 4 different
Yes, he
movies.
does.
up
Yeah, he
here,
did.
too.
Leatherbound books. I mean, he was in there. He was really in his bag. We appreciate him. He can do whatever the hell he wants. He won the Super Bowl. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us now. Holy shit. I just see the silhouette.
Yeah.
Oh, my
It's a statue.
God.
So big.
Ladies and gentlemen, joining us now, the head coach of the Tennessee Titans, Coach Robert. What a monster.
Yeah, coach.
Man. Oh. You don't want to start that. What's up, Coach? How are you?
I just wanted to see.
How you doing, Coach?
I just wanted to see.
Nah,
Coach, how are you?
I wouldn't be testing.
Pleasure.
Yeah. Settle.
Strapping young
Holy
man.
Hold on.
shit.
I believe the general manager is here as well, right? Can he come up? Holy shit. I just got, ladies and gentlemen, general manager of Tennessee Titans, Mike Borgonzi. Hey, Paisan, I assume. I don't want to guess too much. Are you Paisan? Is it Borgonzi? Paisan, grazie, Borgonzi. Okay, I don't want to do too much. I don't want to do too much.
We've
of
been
that.
off.
Yeah. Sorry, we don't want to piss anybody off. My, that was good dap up there. Coach, you're fucking huge.
I'm
Oh, Middlesex.
a little underweight.
You're a monster.
No.
You actually are. Dude,
Dan Campbell's a monster.
we've talked about you guys all fighting. Dan Campbell, obviously in conversation. You and Liam Cohen almost obviously want the
still waiting for that tilt.
After it. We had a tail of the tape. I'll tell you what, the tail of the tape did not describe completely the silhouette that I saw over here.
No.
So people that don't know, off of the set here, there's just windows here at the stadium. So we can't see anybody's face. So I can at least. I don't know about everybody else. So people are walking by and I'm just seeing silhouettes. I'm trying to guess. And I scan this thing and then I see a mountain of a human being over here. It looks like The Rock and it's like, holy shit. That's Bob Salah.
Yep.
So thank you so much for coming. Mike, you as well. Thank you so much for joining us. Congrats on the gig down there in Tennessee. You go back to San Francisco. Is it a fall back in love with football situation? Recalibrate perspective situation? How would you describe kind of that whole thing from head coach of Jets back to DC, now head coach again? How do you kind of calibrate it all?
Obviously, so much respect for San Francisco, and I've said it before. It's a championship organization, championship ownership. Kyle Shanahan is a championship head coach. John Lynch, the entire outfit is a championship outfit. And for me, it was more about going back to a place that I recognize as a championship organization after being a head coach, because I felt like it would help me just kind of recalibrate, maybe see something that I may have missed the first time around as a D coordinator. Having the empathy of Kyle and the chair that he's in, and understanding the decisions he's making to help me piece the puzzle a little bit better together, and so that if I did get another opportunity, which thank goodness, and I appreciate you, Mike.
Grazie.
I do. I feel like I was preparing myself to bring more to the table.
We've seen a lot of quarterbacks get their second chance and obviously go at it. There's a lot that comes across the table whenever you're a head coach that maybe you don't get to see. What do you think you are kind of better suited for now with Tennessee as opposed to the first time you get to New York? New York, we followed along from outside. I'm sure you heard us follow along. Seems like there's always a lot of shit. You don't have to say that. Started in 1977. They drafted a blind guy. And that's why the medical thing, Borgonzi, you know their history. Yeah, so the Jets actually drafted a guy blind, one eye, and then the next year they made it like, hey, we got to at least see the medicals on everybody. That's kind of how the combine all came together. So that's 1977 Jets all the way through. Okay, everything
plateau since.
So, and obviously you're there, and we all watch it, especially with how many people it is. What comes across your desk that you go, wow, I did not expect to have to deal with this, or I did not want to deal with this? And how do you think that kind of changes for you now in Tennessee with the Titans organization?
I think it's just all encompassing, like I've said it a few times that there's no handbook to the first time that you ever do anything. I'm sure your first episode is not nearly as good as it is now.
Oh yeah, it was terrible.
It was so bad. But you just
bad.
So
It was
you just
bad, Bob.
you learn.
We're actually waiting for people to bring that up and hang it over our heads.
But you learn through your experiences, and I'm grateful for the opportunity that I had in New York. There was a tremendous learning experience just dealing with all the different things that come to your plate as a head coach, and there's a lot of things that happened throughout the tenure that there is no, like I said, there's no preparing for them. But I could say that I'm very confident in saying that I'm more prepared now than I ever was, and excited to take what I learned in New York and apply it to this new opportunity.
We can't wait to watch in the AFC South. Hope you win every game, but a couple of them. So
we just want to see you smile again.
And we do. Felt like you lost your happiness over there. You saw it, you felt it, and you were living it. So we're happy to see you back. We do love that. And for you, Paisan, obviously Salah is a name that was up in the head coaching, like for this coaching cycle.
Yep.
Harbaugh becomes available. Obviously, that becomes like, hey, we're doing that. Cleveland, Kevin Stefanski, his name pops up. He gets a job immediately. I don't think I expected that, but after talking to Matt Ryan, it felt like he did. His name immediately going, what was it about him that makes you think now is the perfect time for him to be the Tennessee Titans head coach? And what is kind of the sell for what this next version of the Tennessee Titans is in your eyes?
Yeah, I mean, I've obviously had so much respect for Robert here. The first opportunity we played him when I was in Kansas City was that 19 Super Bowl, and just seeing the way he put together that defense and the energy that they play with, the guys loved playing for him, right? So you could feel his leadership. Even just watching TV sometimes, right, on the sidelines, like the guys loved them. And you can hear it from the players. Yeah. The players will tell you throughout the league. So, for us, we wanted to, when we went through that head coaching process, is like, we need a leader in here, like a guy that can just take command of this place, that has a presence, that has a football mind. And the more, we never worked together before, but the more that, we did our research and when we finally brought Robert in here, he was exactly what we're looking for in terms of that.
Tell me about Cam Ward, because obviously Callahan was talking about how he's talking shit to somebody while I'm giving him a play call, and then we watched him against the Colts. There's a couple throws that he makes that it's like, I don't know how many humans can make that throw. Season goes the way it goes. Tell me about the future with Cam, and how do you think, Coach here and him are going to get along? I think perfect personality traits for each other, it feels like.
I think it's going to be a perfect match, and then bring Brian Dable in here too as the OC. But Cam, you can see that we got the baldest.
Yeah, I saw it.
I saw that. 22 coaches all bald.
Feels like you guys are kind of harassed, but I don't want to get into it.
You can see. I got to shave my head here.
Yes, yeah,
you should.
Hey, you guys,
buy-in.
AFC South, I think that thing has to go. I think that is something to think about. We haven't had it in 11 years. I don't know about you guys. I think more recently than us.
Yeah.
But tell me a little bit about Cam Ward and the vision, because we think he's an incredible talent. I got a chance to chat with him a couple different times. I like the way he is. What are your thoughts on him?
Yeah, I mean, obviously you see the physical traits and the throws that he makes, and everything that we gathered from watching him at Miami, Washington State, and doing all the research on him. The dude is wired right. He's a competitor. He loves football, just loves everything about it. He doesn't have any other hobbies. He's in the office all the time watching tape, and it's even like going back to when we first got him at that rookie mini camp. I walked in at like 5:15 in the morning, and I see the lights on in there, and he's in there. He's got the whole group in there watching tape. And this isn't like fake, and he wasn't like wanting attention for this. The guys gravitate towards him and that leadership ability. And then just getting into the season last year, I think it was great, even though the losses were there. But you saw him get better throughout the season, even though we were losing those games. But you saw the talent, and I think the vision here is going to be great with Coach Salah and Dable.
$98 million, I think.
What's that?
Is that the number? $98 million.
$98 million.
Yeah. Is that what you guys have?
Oh, for cap space.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's
most in the league.
Oh, 98.9, more like 99.
Sorry, 99 million. Sorry, I'm sorry. I screwed you out of a veteran min. I got you out of a veteran min.
Yeah, a little more than that, but yeah.
So we're up over 100. You're up over 100 million?
It's close to that, yeah.
Okay, so obviously dynamics are interesting, head coach and general manager. They always talk about alignment, okay? I assume because of who he is, with the amount of respect everybody holds, we're all on the same page. Spending $100 million while also having a draft, that's quick turnaround time, right? Is that the envision, the mindset? And what do you think the city of Nashville needs to get the Titans, on top as a whole, in your eyes?
Yeah, I mean, we're certainly going to attack both acquisition periods here. And I think that you have to say discipline to your process too. You're still trying to build a team and a locker room and a culture, and you do that through the draft. And we're certainly going to, have our hand in free agency as well too here. And there's going to be some great opportunities to add some players in free agency. But really through the draft is really where you have to build that foundation initially. And Robert's been through it before, and I've been through it in the past. And you want to build it right, you got to build it through the draft.
Robert, you think about putting Jelly Roll at wide receiver?
Ooh.
He can come out to practice. We'll give him a shot.
The city is awesome, dude.
Oh no, I've heard nothing but great things, especially for raising a family, man. I can't wait.
Dude, it is littered with talent. Obviously, the nicest people, and they love ball. I mean, look what happened with Vandy. Vandy got going down there, and the entire city was like, "Yep, we love Vandy." Now it's like I think they're yearning for a great football team. When Vrabel leaves, I think they all felt like that was their connection to Vrabel was the city's connection to the team. I feel like they're going to really like your mentality, your attitude. Have you been in Nashville? Have you got to experience Nashville? How has it been?
I've never been to Nashville. This is going to be my first go around. Obviously, when we played, but I hide in the hotel room anyway. But we're excited. My wife, my kids are all excited. They're chomping at the bit to get down there. So
how many kids again?
8. 8 lessons. Man.
Jeez, still going?
Holy
she gets me when I'm sleeping.
Not a bad deal.
I have a daughter who's 2.5, and I got a boy on the way. When I see people, I mean, he's got 4, I believe. Phil's got 4 kids. I'm like, how? I don't know how you just badass wife, badass.
She runs it.
That's what a starting basketball, which I assume they will be. We got a starting basketball team. We're going to almost have a starting 11 out there, and the city of Nashville is going to love you. If you can get the Titans to be great down there, it is a beautiful thing. Connor has a question for you.
Yeah, player you have, Coach. Jeffrey Simmons is coming off like one of a historic year. It feels like he was kind of the bright spot of the Titans. Have you talked to him? Is he kind of the guy you've gone to establish your culture? And what do you kind of expect out of him going forward with Tennessee?
No, we've had a chance to visit. Looking forward to him showing up in April and really getting to know him, really getting to know the rest of the group. But Jeffrey is as good as anybody in football, and we're looking forward to doing everything we can to help him find another level. And I feel like our system is tailor-made for his skill set, and what's important right now is to surround him with some guys who can get to the quarterback and help him out, and to try to create one-on-ones. And if we can do that, I think whatever he did last year is going to be a blip.
Sure.
He's the guy that Vrabel said he didn't want to fight, right?
Bingo, yeah.
Yeah, Vrabel said he fired everybody on the team but him.
Yep.
I think that was kind of the
verbatim.
Coach said he would even fight Simmons.
Yeah. I mean, just looking at your silhouette over there, it's gonna be hard for me to pick you against pick anybody against you. Yeah, that was a crazy thing that just happened there. Go ahead, Tone. Were you intimidated when he walked in, Mike? When he walks in?
He's a Boston guy. He's from Everett. He's
I
not
did hear that.
intimidated. He's not intimidated by anybody except Whitey Bulger. Is that okay?
There was a saw in there.
Yeah, there was a couple. Yeah, a little Southie shit.
He dropped into it.
We stayed out of South when we were younger, but yeah.
Smart.
Mike, I did have a question to you because they say, positions of need for you could be wide receiver or edge, and they also say that is where this draft is best at. Do you agree with that? And is it way too early in the process to have an idea of what position you're going to go with at this point?
We've gone through like the phase one of setting the board here before the combine, so you can see, it's the initial grades. You're not going to make a ton of changes here after the combine, but yeah, there is value there at both spots. For sure. But now you go through this next phase here of gathering all this information. You get the medical character. Now you have to go through with the coaches now and sit down and get their take on these players. And it's important you have the same vision for them, too. So that's what's going to go on here for the next 2 months as we get through it. But there's certainly, value at those positions as well. And there's values at some other positions too up there too. But certainly those two spots.
You said, I think last year, you don't pass on a generational talent. Do you remember that? Was that you that said that, I think? I'm trying to remember.
Talking about Cam Ward.
Yeah, but no, we didn't know.
Oh, yeah.
We didn't know who you were talking about.
Yeah.
Is that just, were you playing cards there? Like, you just don't pass on generational talent. And then you walk off, and you're like, well, that should fuck everybody up. Is that what? Because you did. I remember it was like a 2-month period after you said that where it was like,
we're like,
well, the Paisan from Boston said something about a generational talent, and then people were like, is Cam Ward?
We're like Abdul Carter's really good too.
Abdul Carter,
Travis Hunter.
Travis Hunter was the whole thing.
generational.
Yeah. So were you playing? You were playing to get just now. You can come clear with us so we know whether or not we should believe the shit you're saying whenever you talk to it. Was that? Did you know what you were doing at that point? Whenever you said that?
No, I mean there's so much shit that's thrown out there.
Yes, it is wild.
It is
like constantly.
You said that though, and not only our show. I mean, every show is like. What does that mean?
Talking about.
So, wide receiver and a DB first time ever?
That
feels generational. Abdul Carter got played through a separated shoulder. He's seemingly unblocked. Oh, Cam Ward, though, definitely a talent. Could be. We were just trying to pick your brain, and now we're listening. Fuck, I was trying to get out of the question. I don't know what to tell you. AJ has a question for you.
Hey, Coach, the old cliche answer or question people give you, like, hey, what kind of we turn the tape on? What kind of team are we going to see when we watch the Tennessee Titans? Every coach says, I want a tough, physical team that balls to the wall effort. But I guess what is going to be your message to the team when in a couple of months when they do all come back for off-season workouts?
Overall, I think when to a player, and obviously you played at a high level for a long time, like your silent tape is you. It is your resume, and what do you want that silent tape to represent? And for us, it's being fast, it's being violent, and how you get to that. Obviously, it's not just picking guys who are fast and violent. There's a team aspect to it in terms of how we teach and how we get information to our guys. But you talk about our style of play and what we want to be known for, and when people are watching and they can't hear anything, and you've got an opponent watching your tape in a dark room by himself with no sound. What are you telling them? We want that thing to scream speed and violence. So,
you wanted the bald eagle flying. And the crow comes. And the crow.
Good old crow and the eagle.
That was my first time hearing it. That was my first time hearing it. I thought it was good. Have you thought about what you're going to do here for Tennessee for first team meeting? Have you?
You know what? I'm still working through that. You know.
Do you want us to brainstorm for you, or
you guys can?
It's natural. Yeah. Toby Keith. I think you go right to Toby Keith.
Tim
McGraw. Like, who do you want to be? You want to be a Toby, or do you want to be someone who isn't Toby Keith?
I think there's something to think about. Tootsie's been around a long time.
Sure.
Not South Florida one, the Nashville one. Two different,
team bonding.
Very different places. Maybe Broadway. Talk about Broadway.
Yeah.
I mean, the amount of hit. I mean,
you go to Big Loud. You know.
We got so many ideas. Wait,
is the new stadium this season or next season?
27. No.
So you guys are still in the same stadium this year, and then moving in the next one.
Yeah.
We saw the
looks really nice.
One of the only stadiums that's going to be a rectangle, not
I believe it
circle.
has a 100-yard bar as well, which intrigues me. Something to think about.
It's incredible.
That's
how many
exciting,
bartenders?
So you got $100 million in cap space. Okay,
Yep.
sounds like.
Yep.
You got a brand new stadium coming. You got the city of Nashville, which probably 10 cranes up right now, building in there.
Yeah.
And you got Robert Salah as your head coach, and Cam Ward as your quarterback.
Yeah.
Pretty optimistic times for the Tennessee Titans, I would say.
Yeah. No, it's exciting. You know.
Brand new logo too. The Fanatics kind of forced you guys.
Made it bald. Yep.
I heard about it.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So there's a lot of magical times down there.
Dayball's there. We would love.
Yep. Dayball loved you and Dayball when you guys were both in New York. Did you text each other and say, "This sucks"? Is that how you guys?
A lot of empathy between me and Dayball, just having a lot of conversations and being able to practice together. But I love Dave's, man. Got to know him. Like I've said it before. Like when I was a coordinator, when we were both coordinators, and I was like, I always thought he was an asshole. You know, just a jerk. You go say hello to him, he won't say hi. He just kind of brushes you by. And my first interaction with him was when he was a first-year head coach, and we were at the owners' meeting. I was like, man, this guy's pretty freaking cool. And we just, we start having conversations. But he's awesome. He's a great teammate. Excited to have him.
When you are looking for that particular, when Dayball pops up, it's like, who's good for Cam? Who's good for the Titans? How do you kind of, in Dayball both, I guess, is kind of how you view that? Kind of feels like a home run hire at that perspective?
Yeah, there is, for this team, I won't talk about the process too much, but for this team, I felt like Dayball 100% for what this quarterback needs and what his strengths are. I felt like Dayball would be a really good fit for him. His temperament, the way he teaches, his history of young quarterbacks, being in the college game. More recently than me, for that matter, but winning a national championship at Alabama. But Dave's is perfect for this situation.
He blows through cigars too. I think.
Oh yeah, and steaks.
I think he's a chain cigar smoker,
Yes.
which I didn't even know you could do. Once again, dog. Tone has the last question for you, boys.
Yeah, Mike, I did. You were at KC for so long. What was it, like 15 something? 16 years.
Yeah.
What is the one thing that you wanted to take from, obviously, an organization that won all those championships over to Tennessee?
Yeah, that's a great question. The one thing, it started at the top with Andy and the way he created that culture there. And you could feel it from day one when he got in there. There was no division, right? The coaches are going to work together, the scouts are going to work together, and bring in the right type of people. And that's how you build a culture. You got to get talented coaches, players, scouts, but you got to get the right type of people that work together. And that's like the biggest thing I took. Sometimes we make things harder than they really are.
Yeah.
And if you find a bunch of good people that work together that are smart, you can accomplish some pretty cool things.
With a good attitude.
With a good attitude.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing. You get a bunch of people around each other that hate each other, you're not going to do it. But if you got a bunch of people that like each other, it feels like they're going to go further together. Seems like everything you guys are about, we like. So we are hoping for your success, except for 2 games a year. What do? You a Peloton guy? You start lifting weights?
Peloton, little lifting.
Little lifting.
Bike Peloton or?
Bike.
Okay, so you're...
I'm hauling ass.
Every day?
I got to get back into a rhythm.
Oh, you're fat.
But I've gone about 107 weeks doing at least one ride.
You're an animal.
It's a hell of a
What's
deal.
the lifting? We're just doing show lifting?
It's show lifting. There's nothing functional about this.
Let's say you and Dan Campbell, okay? 2 gorillas see each other, okay? And you guys actually decide, just without saying anything, fuck it, let's see.
Let's throw it down.
Let's see who this is, okay? Right now, you're saying your muscle is not ready to pick up and explode if have to.
You know what? When I look at a guy like Dan, this is the best way I can explain it. I was a D2 athlete. He was a professional athlete. He's just built different, bud.
No, you are built different. You are built different. And I have massive respect for the 107 weeks, at least one ride on Peloton. I assume that's some sort of record. They should give you like a coin or something. Yeah. And the fact that you're now a head coach again in the NFL, obviously we're pumped for you, proud for you. There's only 32 of those jobs, dude. Excited to see what you do down there in Nashville. Can you throw?
Give it a shot.
So you know what I'm asking right now?
Yeah, I know what you're asking.
Okay, yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
Here you go, Coach.
Okay, here we go, Coach. Okay, this will be for a Nashville charity.
All right.
I don't know if this thing...
He's too tall for that
I
thing.
need to get on this side.
Jeez. Careful now, Coach.
Hold on, Coach. I'm getting on the high side here. How old are you?
47.
What?
Okay, what are you? I'm Irish German. what are you? Just so I get it accurate.
Lebanese.
Lebanese. Okay, great food, right? The Lebanese.
The best food.
Well, okay.
The Italians are going to be pissed off. Yeah, I mean, you got a couple of Italians.
I got to have you in my
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so we got a little Lebanese food versus Italian food, a little battle down there in Nashville. I love everything about it.
Like USA versus Canada hockey.
46 years old, jacked. Robert Salah, defensive coordinator, now head coach for the Tennessee Titans, trying to win $100,000 for a charity of your choosing. Are you ready, Robert?
Let's do it.
Good luck, sir. Defensive coordinator.
Is he throwing?
D2, he said.
Holy shit.
D2 athlete.
That was the worst throw we've had.
He said D2.
Bob.
Is he throwing balls to guys in practice?
Okay, it was slippy. A little slippy there.
Money.
Okay. Hold on. This is the one. Low was the worst one we've seen. High, best spiral we've seen. Okay. So now the third one, if we're just able to put it in between there. If we're able to put it in the hole. 100,000. Oh! The big Lebanese man. Congratulations. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, the head coach and the general manager of the Tennessee Titans, Robert Salah and Baganzi.
Yeah, boys.
That was a hell of a throw. Hey, after that first one, I thought you had no shot.
Good luck, Coach. Good luck, Mike.
Yeah, thanks. What a throw. All right. Good work, Cito. Hey!
Man, Mike.
All right, Mike.
We'll win.
All right, every game but two, Mike. Every game but two.
Oh, they're going to win more than that.
I think I like the Titans all of a sudden.
Seriously.
I don't like that I do that.
Good crew.
Yeah.
Everybody but the Colts I feel great about in the NFC
Come on.
South. I mean, that is a
Thank you,
bummer. I'm being, like, kind of serious. It's a bummer.
Titans, Jags. Who am I missing? Oh, Texans.
Texans. How about Nick Casario saying trading CJ is moronic?
Yeah.
Okay, we're not doing it. Thanks. Next question. It's like, but maybe. No, we're not doing it.
What's your name?
I wonder if
Shut
someone will
up.
go after Doug Mills, though. Maybe.
The Colts, everybody's just assuming that we're getting Danny Dimes back.
Jets need a quarterback still.
What do they have to pay him to get him back?
That's what I'm saying.
A lot.
Everybody's just assuming in Indianapolis that there was posts from the Colts social media, which we know doesn't mean anything. This social media person trying to put out good content.
Yeah.
It was Mendoza and Daniel Jones at the Super Bowl, and they're like Indiana quarterbacks. I'm like, do we know that?
Are we sure?
Do we know?
They
if
also
Danny
have
Jones?
a lot. There's been a lot of Alec Pierce posts as well.
And then there's talks about Pittman being gone. It's like Pittman carries a $29 million cap hit. Okay, I understand that some people are like, is that what we're going to pay Michael Pittman? It's like Michael Pittman is a priceless commodity for the Indianapolis Colts. When we had culture issues, he was the only guy that would literally try to break his face every single play. This guy showed up for us every single down. When Jonathan Taylor was holding out, first year, Shane Steichen, rookie quarterback, trying to reset a whole new culture, and he's holding out wearing a hoodie at training camp, which once again, he got his money, he did what he got to do. As soon as he gets paid after doing that, I think our immediate thought was like, Pittman needs to do the same thing. Pittman is more valuable to this team than anybody else other than Jonathan Taylor. So the thought of us just moving on from him was crazy for me to see, like everybody on Colts internet
being cool.
Just being like, we got to move on from him. Sure, we got to do that. It's like, I don't know if you want to lose that type of culture builder in the build. Like, he's one of our best.
Plays hurt all the time.
Saw him bent in half.
All the time.
all the time. And it's like, well, when Daniel Jones was playing quarterback, Alec Pierce was his weapon. Michael Pittman wasn't getting the ball much. He's like our fourth option. You know, we got Tyler Warren, Jonathan Taylor. Now you got Alec Pierce with deep ball. It's like, okay, you're starting to make sense, but I don't know if we should just be moving on from a guy that, like, loves being a Colt and, like, works his ass off and, like, wants to be here, because we've had problems with that in the not-so-distant future, or past, so...
And $29 million for like a receiver of his caliber is not what it used to. Is not what $29 million was 3 years ago. Like,
but we got to pay Daniel Jones. Jonathan Taylor's going to want a new deal.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, so it's like I understand why everybody. I don't understand why everybody was just so like, yeah, let's move on.
Nonchalant.
Yeah, it was just like, yeah, we're moving on from him. It's like, we're moving on from Michael Pittman.
There's a lot of that happening the last couple weeks, and now that everyone's been asked about it at the Combine, now everyone could be lying, but it seems like a lot of those probably weren't true.
What's that? We're moving on from Pittman?
No, Pittman, like we're moving on from this player. We're moving
Max
on from
Crosby.
this player.
Yeah. It does feel like there's a lot of smoke, and that might be coming from, and we don't want to give away the game, but that could be agents like just trying to, especially so whenever they get here, they can say like, hey, don't know if you're interested. We got a little bit of a thing kind of working out here. So there's always a game being played. We understand that. And hopefully the game of football is played well for the Colts. AFC South is going to be great. A lot of people said it was ass. Then all of a sudden Liam Cohen, who doesn't come to the Combine.
Guess he doesn't care about players' meetings.
Well. Communication issue maybe.
It's all taped. It's all filmed.
Other teams' interviews are filmed and sent to
Is it, AJ?
Other team? What do you mean other teams?
Like the interviews that they're doing here, are the teams that are doing the interviews here send them to the Jaguars?
No. If you're interviewing, if I am the Jaguars are interviewing a player, he will get to watch it at home.
Oh, you're saying they sent people here.
They recorded. Yeah, John Schneider mentioned the recorded interviews.
I think COVID switched a lot of that.
They recorded some of those interviews. You heard him say, like, yeah, we can watch the interviews now from somewhere else. You heard him kind of give a
I think COVID changed a lot of that.
How do you know if they smell, though?
You don't. That's true. That's true. Like if a guy smells
bad
like
self-awareness.
If he farts, that's one thing. We can handle that.
Teeth.
If a guy has bad BO, I don't know if I could sign
Or
it.
if he's super
Bad
fidgety.
breath doesn't
Breath and
brush
BO,
his teeth in the morning.
I can't do it.
What if he has bad breath and he smells, and then you say, hey, for tomorrow, I don't want you smelling. Brush your teeth, and then he comes back and he doesn't do it again. Those are little
He's
things.
off my board. Yeah.
Hey, definitely.
He's off. My
Unless he says,
Can't see
sorry,
after the
coach,
tape.
I've been working all night. I've been working on my craft all
What have
night.
you been doing? Oh, I've been gnawing rocks.
Yeah, exactly.
This is.
I've been eating poop, watching ball.
Yeah, chewing on a football.
All right, let's get out of here. We've done enough.
Love the Combine.
You sure?
Yeah, Combine's
Look at this setup, dude.
It's awesome.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Indianapolis Lucas Oil Stadium. We're hosting a Combine.
2014 divisional champs.
It's a huge.
Never forget.
It's been a while.
I told John Schneider it's been 11 years since the Colts won. He goes, what?
Yeah, he did. He was genuinely shocked.
Eyes huge.
Yeah.
Titans 2021. Thought about it.
Yeah.
That was their last division.
Who was the quarterback?
Ryan Tannehill. Mike Vrabel, number one seed.
And Derrick Henry. That was the Kansas City Chiefs started.
It's when they sacked Burrow 1,000 times.
Oh,
7.
Yeah, when Cincy went.
11?
I think it was 11, 10, 11 times.
It started that most sacked postseason ever until Drake.
Let's go to some other stories around football. Obviously, high schoolers are now getting NIL deals to be professional football players in college. Seniors in high school are no longer doing their spring senior year. They're going to the football teams. If you remember, Kevin Brown. Nailed it. Commits to the West Virginia Mountaineers on our program, lights a couch on fire immediately. Dad cuts a promo.
Yeah.
He squats 605 pounds.
What?
Okay, yeah, he's 18 years old. Supposed to be going to prom. Yeah, this is coming out of the West Virginia weight room. I like that we're moving weight, Kevin Brown. Shout out to him. 655. Sorry, not 605. 655.
What?
That's an 18-year-old.
Good to see he hasn't stopped drinking the ooze since we talked to him last.
He certainly hasn't. This guy is a freak. He's a tone and a look at his quads. He's a tone setter. Yeah, he's a changer. This West Virginia's about to be back because of him, and we knew that immediately upon him making his announcement on this show, and then him and his whole family lighting an entire portion of a town on fire.
Damn.
And I'm excited about that. He's the strongest guy on the team, I think. I don't know.
Probably.
No, he is. Yeah, I'd be getting texts from there. It was like, hey, Kevin's the strongest kid on the team. And I'm like, Don't love that.
Good or bad?
Yeah, I don't know. But then you're seeing him squat 6'5". It's like, this guy might be the strongest guy on a lot of teams.
Yeah.
So we are very lucky that he's there. Shout out to football being back, spring ball for college, and then obviously the combine here for the NFL. NHL is about to drop the puck back after an Olympic run that was electrifying. I believe we'll have Megan Keller on the program this week at some point. She is in the middle of her PWHL league, which I think they quoted and talked about after the Olympics about not being able to make some things happen because we have some academic stuff going on. We have some professional stuff going on. We didn't immediately, weren't going to be open. I did offer to send her plane to fly her here to be a part of show, and she didn't want to miss morning skate for her team. So it's like that type of commitment, which I respect.
Hockey.
I respect so much. Like, hey, would love to fly you in here, fly you back. We'll be so thankful. And she said, I can't be missing any of my practices with my team. I'm like, fucking respect. So she'll be coming on, I believe, tomorrow. And then we got Jack Hughes.
Hell yeah.
Flying in.
Nice.
On Friday, he'll be here flying in. Cannot wait to chat with him. What a week he has had.
Yep.
I believe he is enjoying the moment as he should. His family has done so much for USA Hockey. I mean, the more we learn about Quinn, Jack, mom, dad, family, Michigan, Team USA, all that type of stuff, they've committed their entire beings to hockey. So for him to have that moment in the stars is just a beautiful thing. We're so incredibly thankful for all the USA athletes that represented for our country. And let the rest of the world know that if we wanted to do your little sport,
do it.
We'll be better than you. Mm-hmm. Shout out to America.
Hell yeah.
A lot of people don't feel that way. Fuck them. We'll never be able to get them. Never be able to get them. They should be proud of our athletes.
Hell yeah.
We certainly are. And we can't wait to chat with them. All right, we're back here tomorrow, live from the Combine. We can't thank you enough for allowing us to do this for a living. Tom, good work today, buddy. You're going to have more bets of the day tomorrow?
Yeah, I got 2 more tomorrow.
Feel like today's were good.
I hope so. I put a lot of thought into them. So
we thank you for doing that. Con Man, last year this was your Super Bowl. Now you're kind of watching everybody else hope to get to where you were. And Fraves is walking through here talking shit to people.
Yeah, it was incredible. I mean, he coached up Nate Bargatze when he was throwing Jesse Minter. Looked exactly like him. It's been on my mind since he sat down. But yeah, seeing Vrabel, very cool. Elliott Wolf, very cool. But it is real. Like, if you are a team that stunk last year, that's in the past. No one cares anymore now. Now you might draft 2 guys, and you might just go on a completely different run.
Jacksonville, Chicago, New England, these places.
Yeah.
Get new people in there.
Yep.
Things go well. Let alone Seattle. That's just 2 years.
Yep.
That's just 2 years. So fan bases are expecting odd house to penthouse because they've seen it in many other places. AJ, thank you so much for traveling over to beautiful Indianapolis. Great stop at Love's for that hat. What are your thoughts for tomorrow?
I can't wait. We get some guys, some position-specific drills. What is it? Tight ends?
Linebackers.
No,
Tight ends, DBs
linebackers.
is on Friday.
Yeah,
linebackers, kickers, D-line.
It's awesome. It is fun to watch these guys. I like to see all the change of direction drills, and then obviously even see the defensive guys catching balls from these quarterbacks. I'm impressed by it.
Yeah, the punters and kickers are currently working out on the field. If you remember last year, stopped the show early to go host the kicking and punting thing that was happening on the field on NFL Network. Turns out it wasn't on NFL Network. There was no cameras. Stopped the show early, went down to the field. I said, is there a microphone? What are you talking about? They said, so I just hung out. Didn't do that this year. But it was fun to watch those guys.
I saw some clips, I thought.
Yeah.
I assumed it was on TV.
They started filming because they felt bad.
Okay.
And then they ran a 24-second clip on Good Morning Football. Do you remember?
Yeah.
They're like, Pat hung out with the kickers.
Yeah.
And it was like, it was my first time on Good Morning Football. It was that. Yeah, so I'm not falling for that trick again. I didn't fucking I'm not doing that. NFL Network. Peers now all of a sudden?
Yeah.
They say?
Yeah, after
All one
post-draft.
I don't know. It feels like they're potentially operating as if that's happening already. Yep. There's getting a head nod. There's the orangutan right there. Holy shit. Gregson, boys, good to see you guys. Good to see you, boys. When you talk about silhouettes, you're talking about just like a silverback moving in the wild.
Yeah.
Jeez.
It's like a thicker Whitworth.
Yeah, look at his ass. Look at his back right there. If he needs to hey, don't even try to get bought or I will trap you. All right, see you guys. All right, we'll be back here tomorrow. Be a friend, tell a friend something nice that might change their life. We're so thankful to be back. We hope you will join us tomorrow. Boys in the truck, great work, boys.
Hey, boys.
Boys.
How about about Bruce just blocking Gumpy's face with his computer?
Yeah. That felt intentional.
Yeah, that was tough.
It was. It was tough. Barcode, an entire crew here. Thank you so much for what you guys did. It's going to be a good week. Scott with the jib. Way to get real creative for that second hour, Scott.
Yeah, thanks for screwing that up, Scott. I really fucked us on the football.
Yeah, you're a man. Great jib shots, That second hour open, though, was an aggressive choice.
It threw us off. That's why the third hour was so much better. First hour and third hour were fine because we were like, okay, here it comes. Camera comes
coming
in.
around the corner.
Football.
I actually said back here, Pat told him to freestyle this hour.
No, that's how comfortable Scott is. That's how comfortable Scott is. I do appreciate Scott, though.
Yeah.
He's a weapon. If you have a jib, it just feels like it's nicer.
Yeah.
Emotion.
Professional. Skycam.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
XFL.
Bingo. Yeah, where we played.
XFL.
USXFL.
Yeah.
Could you imagine these people thinking about putting it? All right, nope. Let's move along. Be a friend, tell a friend something nice. It might change their life. We're in this thing together. Team on me. Team on 3. We'll see you tomorrow from the Combine. You all are the best. 1, 2, 3. Team. Goodbye.